brand new banger.
What is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I could dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy, and, you know, you got the Big Red Machine. Who wants to fight him? And Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. Just, I got you. My man, he collapsed with the kick.
That's what I'm saying. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
And he's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he
there he goes.
Oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were entertaining.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
Stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit! That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm ball, get the phone ball, get around with the bomb with the bomb ball.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo. What's going on, everybody? It's fucking Wrestling with Knuckleheads. It's Thursday night. You know what that means. We got Hutch in the building. We got Ray in the building. And we got some shit to talk about this is tonight.
Yeah, we back as another edition of that Wrestling with Knuckleheads. Holy shit, I'm actually here for an intro after how long?
Word. Loki's in the building.
What's going on, Mr. Loki?
Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your channel. Yes, Ray is actually here and on time.
Yeah, again, I apologize. I can't say it won't be the last time I'm gonna be late or possibly not here, because as we get closer to, okay, I'm gonna be here more often. I'm sorry, I apologize. As we get closer to July 19th, again, as my duties and all that start getting a little more hectic, there's gonna be days I won't be here on the podcast. But y'all know I love y'all. We always gonna try to talk about some wrestling with y'all. But there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah. The first thing I want to talk about is
My ding-a-ling! My ding-a-ling! I want you to play with my ding-a-ling!
This act is over.
Well, the show isn't here right now. Why is that? The God damn.
well, because I got the buttons back. You know, and it's
Did they
about time.
finally work?
Yeah, that fucking finally worked.
Hey, there we go. Oh man. Yo, Janelle, what's going on, bro? Thank you so much.
Welcome to have you back, brother.
I'm glad you're back. It's gonna be a good show, man. It's gonna be a good show. A lot of crazy things are in the works for that show right now. Yeah, man. There's some stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a good show in July.
Word.
Show in July.
But yo, all right. So the 10,000-pound monkey that's in the room is that no, yo, but yo, Nick Khan sold $450 million worth of his stock in TKO. And Vince McMahon sold about $250 million worth of his stock in TKO. They're getting rid of a lot of these wrestlers. They're not renewing their contracts. And there's speculation that they might be trying to move away from Triple H. This is what I seen on Instagram. So if it's not 100% true,
okay,
that's
just it's 4.5 million in TKO.
Well, what?
WWE President Nick Khan selling over 4.5 million in TKO stock. So he sold over 4.5 million.
Well, still,
yeah, it's still a lot of fucking money. Oh, well, still a lot of stock. But Vince, they were trying to, as much as like they were trying to make sure he sells all of his assets. They weren't trying to make sure he has any portion of this. So
yeah, but now I'm pretty sure I shouldn't have to fucking tell you guys.
What did you do, Ray?
I'm fucking Batman. Right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm fucking Batman. I was born in the Bronx.
Okay.
And we suspicious on all you, nigga.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So when shit like this happens,
yeah,
and they selling stocks, all I'm seeing is they're getting money for something.
Usually, yeah.
And if they're getting money for something, and they're getting money quick, and the TKO is doing all this shit on the WWE side, that means they're favoring the UFC side because they're probably making more money hand over fist with the way that they operate. Because we all know that some of their fighters are only making $5,000 a fight.
Yeah.
Where the wrestlers are making more than that shit, a night wrestling. And there's news that they want to renegotiate the Tribal Chief's fucking contract of the $15 million a year he's making.
Yeah.
I'm thinking TKO might want to get out of the WWE business.
I don't know if they want to get out of it, but they're definitely trying to restructure so their profit margins are a lot bigger because they did the same with UFC. When they initially so I was looking into that because I wanted to see if this is just a new practice for them. Apparently there was a lot of when they initially acquired UFC, there's a lot of firings they did just out of the blue. And these were major fucking multi-million-dollar just
because you have to make the company seem profitable.
Yeah, so that's what it seems like they're doing here. The shit that sucks though when it comes to this, and this is what we're gonna talk about in a bit, is just the fucking idea of the people that they're not even releasing. It's just we're no longer re-signing you. And I don't know, to me, that almost it sounds worse than a firing,
Yeah.
I remember when the story broke, when I sent it to y'all, I'm like, yo, they fired our truth. And then we started looking at everything, and it's like, oh wait, no, they're just not re-signing his contract. And I'm like, that's fucked up though. A guy like our truth. And then, now Carlito, same thing. They've decided to not extend his contract. And then it's happened before, Shotzi's contract wasn't extended. Dijak's contract wasn't extended. There's a lot of these guys that they just decide, you know what? Thanks. And then the crazy thing is they don't, at least, I guess Truth at least got the call. And was told that they weren't going to extend his contract. Because there's a lot of people that don't get that. They just get they just start to notice, oh, so we're not going to do anything? So it's just insane to see. And it shows you though, I said this week when it came to that's you see the reaction for Truth getting that. And how many people are just showing that love and appreciation. And it's crazy because you would think like, if this is an actual WWE decision, it's insane.
Well, so the crazy shit is that Rhea Ripley showed up on Raw in a red sports bra because she was wearing an R-Truth shirt and they banned R-Truth's merchandise on TV.
Yeah.
That's why she stepped up to Stephanie in that red sports bra.
Yeah. Yeah, because she posted up was it a reel or
TikTok?
Some video she posted up.
Yeah.
And it's just like it showed like, bro, there's so many. And who was it? Liv Morgan had it on her boot because they can't force her to not wear her boots.
Yeah.
It had R-Truth's name on it. And it's like it just shows you that and it's crazy because R-Truth, I felt like was one of those guys that's like, he's probably gonna be a lifer there. Like he had that connection and had that just, and it's crazy because it's like, okay, I get it. Maybe you don't want to re-sign him as a active competitor, but you mean to tell me you couldn't extend his contract like renegotiate that it becomes a Legends contract? Like make him a producer or something?
Well, see, this is the issue, right? Where people didn't realize the one thing Vince McMahon had over TKO was that the fact that this was a lifelong business for him.
Yeah.
So he understood that what the wrestlers were doing for him.
Yeah.
So some wrestlers he would take care of.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like especially like the Undertaker or Austin or somebody that did something huge for him. They would take care of him.
Yeah.
TKO, this is business based. This is the problem with the stock market. Once you become public, your main goal is to make profit for your investors.
No.
So now, what are we doing, right? We're making this place. We're cutting out all the excess waste that we're not using with the wrestlers' contracts. Trying to renegotiate the wrestlers' contracts that you want to try to keep. You're bringing in all these celebrities. You got Logan Paul invested in you. You're making this product look juicy again. That's what I'm saying. You never know. They might be trying to sell the WWE. You know that whole thing of Vince McMahon is trying to buy back the WWE?
Yeah.
Maybe someone that Vince McMahon is working with is trying to buy the WWE. Because, remember, he's in Saudi a lot.
Yeah.
Prince likes wrestling. They go to Saudi all the time. And what are they doing now? Crown Jewels in Perth.
Yeah.
All these other international shits are in England. They have they have one Saudi show or something.
Yeah, because they're getting away from that, which is weird because the boxing
the UFC's all in Saudi.
Yeah, everything's going to Saudi over there. But that also could mean because of, hey, this is our more profitable brand for now. We're gonna give you that. But I do get that though, and it sucks. It's like, so the celebrities being more profitable is what we're gonna keep at the forefront. And I get it because it's the business side of things. I've always been the one that's like, well, I understand it from the business side, aspect, but it still sucks, man. Like it sucks to see. Like we're talking about this, and as of today, those are the two that like the most recent is Truth and Carlito. But then we start looking at the Miz decided to delete everything WWE related,
and they're talking about not renewing his contract.
Yeah, and apparently his contract is up in a few months.
Shit, Gunther did the same thing when R-Truth got released, from what I hear.
Yeah, no, apparently, yeah. If you go to his Twitter right now, the last few tweets on there are just replies to his wife. That's it. No WWE related, nothing on there. So I don't know if it's again in solidarity to that, or that's it, and it's the writing on the wall, and it sucks because it's like it felt like for a minute this might have been a good decision, the TKO merger and all that. It's like, oh, cool. Now we're going to get into a part where now they have more money to play with. And it looked like they did for a while. And now it's like, this the problem when you become a business.
We also said that WWE was going to turn into, WWE was going to turn into UFC.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be the other way around.
And that's the scary part is because I remember we joked about it and it's like, oh, we're probably gonna get like UFC fighters on there and this and that, and it's like all we're missing is that. All we're missing is for fucking John Jones to show up on Raw, like
wait
front row
until the UFC finds their streaming device that they're gonna have all their shit on. Because remember, the ESPN deal is gonna be up soon, also.
It is, right?
Yeah, that's so they're looking for another. And so Netflix has already put their toe in the water with WWE.
Yeah.
Live events on there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that becomes
now.
the next conversation.
Yeah. And who's to say Netflix don't go, you know what? We want the same rights that ESPN have. And then Netflix goes, yo, if you want the UFC pay-per-views and other pay-per-views like this, it's another tier.
Yeah.
So instead of for $27 a month, now you're going to be paying $40 a month.
And people would do it too. That's the crazy part. Like people legit, like they'll be like, hey, works out. Like we get more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
That's insane though to think about. That's like we're at that stage of just fuck, man.
Yeah. Coach, what you think about it? You over here quiet.
Facts.
And that's all Hoach got to say about that.
That's very insightful. Like,
yeah. I didn't think about it that way, Hoach.
That's a good point. That's a good point. All right.
You probably went to the bathroom or something.
Yep. Yo, Hoach, let us know when you're back, my guy. I hope you can hear us. Blink twice if you can hear us.
Word.
Do y'all think Miz gets his contract extended? I hope so. I hope so, because it's like he's another one that's like he's been such a, and I hate to put it like this because I feel like the way it's been put, it's such a derogatory term at times, but he's such a good hand in the business. Like it's he's one of those guys that's like when you need to have a good match with somebody. You need to put someone that it's gonna be like it's gonna work out. You put the Miz in there. Dolph Ziggler was one of those guys.
Yeah,
guys like that. Like, but again, we'll see what happens. TKO did this to UFC. Damn, now they're doing it to WWE. And then, shout out about UFC. Like, see some respect. You think we'll see Alberto El Patron back in WWE with the? Nah, definitely not. That's why Vikingo won the AAA title. They're definitely not. No.
I mean, it would be in poor taste.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Like that's why when people were surprised when they had kind of spoiled it, and it's like, what do you think was gonna happen? Like that's gonna be one of their big things is no. Like then look at what he did. Like apparently people were saying it was a fake publicity stunt of Alberto attacking the reporter. If it isn't, it's like, no.
Yeah, but wasn't that Vikingo's father?
Was it?
Am I thinking two different things? Where he was on the talk show and he started beating up that old man?
No,
that was Vikingo's father.
So it was someone else too, though. I saw two different. I know what you're talking about, but there was something else. Like he just started attacking like a random reporter, though. That he almost like he tripped doing it too. That was a crazy thing. Didn't get fired for stopping a WWE employee. There was multiple reasons.
It was like bullying or some shit, right?
Yeah, there was multiple reasons because there was also all the
shit with Paige.
Yeah,
because him and Paige were drunk in public, and then he started abusing Paige, and it was just one of those things that he just got fucking out of hand.
Yeah,
and they let him go.
Yeah, it was very toxic whole situation that was there, and yeah.
But I would like to just say this.
What's up?
For the record, for the humanity of wrestling.
Yeah.
For when I go see the pearly gates and they read me back everything I've ever said in my life.
Yeah.
We don't need every single person that's ever worked for the WWE to come back.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just because Alberto Del Rio is still alive, we don't need him to come back.
No.
He wasn't that good when he was here.
No.
You know, like,
don't get me wrong. He had potential.
No, he did. But you make it seem like he was Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
For The Undertaker.
Yeah. No.
Or, or John Cena. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you made it seem like he was a huge fucking star that.
Which, it's sad because it's like, at one point, yes, he could have been. He had the potential to be something. Like he was was it second generation or third generation? I believe second generation star. And he had something. He had potential. The problem is again, the baggage and what he did, and then redoing it and continuously doing it to the degree of, yeah, no, all your potential is done. All your potential is done.
Third generation.
Okay, cool. Because I can't remember if it was just Dos Caras or was someone else. But so it's like, yeah, no. It sucks because yes, he was a good wrestler at the time, and yes, the way it looked like he could have been something big. Like they made him WWE champion pretty fucking quick. But again, it's just no.
And you know, and if I'm gonna have my wrestling knowledge cap hat on, I think they made him WWE champion to recapture the gold that they found with JBL. Because even though it was short, JBL's run with the WWE championship was a fucking dope run.
Yeah.
They found
JBL's was a long one.
Yeah, like Eddie did the right choice by going, give this guy the title. Because one, he held that championship with pride, but two, he also was like a very good heel champion.
Mm-hmm.
He incorporated Batista, Booker T, Undertaker, Mr. Kennedy, like Eddie Guerrero at the time, Bobby Lashley. There was a big show. There was a whole plethora of people that he wrestled, that he beat either fair or he cheated, but that the run with him was memorable and it mattered.
It mattered. Yeah.
And to top it off, he was the one that started Cena's stardom.
Yeah, no, and it takes that. It takes, you have to think about that we don't get this John Cena run if you don't have a champion like JBL. That mattered when Cena was the one that beat him, because it just felt like it's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
because JBL had that run, like he was the longest reigning WWE champion, which is crazy when you think about the character Bradshaw. And for them to take the jump and be like, you know what, let's take the risk and let's make him this like crazy stock and market guy.
Yeah.
He knows about money. He's rich. He's just there. And for them to be like, let's see how he does. And his promos and just his work rate. Well, his work rate was always there because he was always a great worker. But then it's like the promos were so different and it worked for the character, and building like the cabinet with Orlando Jordan and the Bashams and oh my God, I forgot her name. Oh, I feel fucked up for forgetting her
Not
name.
Tiffany.
No.
He had the shit on her feet.
He had Jillian Hall, but then there was the one that was with the Bashams. I can't remember who it was. Oh, wait, no, I think that was separate though. Okay.
Yeah.
But still. So it's like having that.
The Bashams was with Shaniqua.
Yeah, there you go. I could not remember her name.
I remember her because we spoke about her before.
Yeah. So it's like,
it's hard to forget her.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's like, but having that, and it's like, you have that moment at WrestleMania 21, and you have that's like, can Cena do it? And that starts that. And it's like, Del Rio could have been that guy. It could have had that moment because it was like, oh man, we have a Hispanic champion. We have this. But again, he does all this, that it's like, you know what? Clean that slate, because none of what you did saves you for because of this. Like, no. So Del Rio definitely is not going to be one. There's so many people that, again, they're bringing Mr. Iguana, Octagon Jr. They have so many options that they're bringing in for Worlds Collide and what they're going to be doing with AAA. Like, they're going to be good.
You think that they're not renewing these people's contracts because of the acquisition between AAA? Because it's like, all right, we can fit some of these wrestlers in here.
You know what sucks? That unfortunately, yes, but also because of these acquisitions of they bought AAA, they're working alongside TNA now. It sucks because you have to make space. My thing is when you look at, okay, who do you classify as dispensable? Because like the fact that R-Truth was someone that they were just like willingly, see ya. Carlito, see ya. Like, well, again, if they don't re-sign some of these guys, we're losing The Miz in a few months. We're losing Karrion Kross in a few months.
Yeah. Well,
and how many other people that they haven't brought up, you know?
So let's play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
In the eyes of the people who do the finance,
Yeah.
you're not really doing nothing with Karrion Kross. You haven't done nothing since you brought him back, and he did that TikTok shit with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
R-Truth was used, sparingly, but he was the guy that made light of everything, and he was, sometimes the best part of the show, but you didn't do nothing with him. Or Jade kept getting hurt. Braun Strowman wasn't getting over as much as he was, and from what we hear, he was only like 40% healthy anyway.
Yeah.
The Miz right now is kind of at the tail end of his run, not doing nothing. He's just waiting to be used. Gunther's the surprise because he's your fucking champion and he's like your main bad guy right now. To get rid of him would be stupid.
Like that's what I'm trying to get at. That's like, okay, when it comes to that, because that's also the thing we have to look at when it comes to these releases, is that a lot of times is it the book or is it the finance part of it? Who's the end all? Who's the last say? That's whose blame it is when it comes to this too.
Yeah,
because I saw a lot of people are like, "Oh, is it even Triple H that's making these decisions?" Well, I want to know who's the last. Is it Nick Khan or is it Triple H that's making that last call?
I don't think it's either one of them. I think it's HR because when you go down to all right. So the way it was explained to me, right?
Yeah.
Right now at my job,
Yeah.
there's a lot of government money that comes in for research.
Yeah, of course.
So when they stop the government funding, the organization has to go, okay, we have to subsidize this shit because we don't have any money for shit.
No.
So there's people we can't pay. There's this. So the first thing they do is they go up to people that are trying to retire in the next couple of years. Go, listen, here's your opportunity to retire early. Then they go up to people who don't want to be there no more and go, here's your opportunity to leave without getting fired.
Yeah.
We'll give you a severance package. You get, whatever, and you can go look for another job. Then they go, who's been here the longest that we can't do this shit with? We're going to have to let you go. Because those people are the ones that have the highest pay. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that are making the most money out of everybody. Because if you get rid of one person that's making $100,000 a year, you can hire two people making $50,000 a year.
Yeah.
Right? So now you have all these people that are coming in at that low rate of, let's say, $40,000 a year. You just got rid of $300,000. Now that money that you got, you can hire those people right back.
Yeah,
at a fucking at 1/8 the price.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which was allegedly they had done with Braun. Remember that when
Yeah.
they hired Braun Strowman, was because of they needed to renegotiate the contract, and then somehow again now he was getting paid too much, and I'm like, who is doing these negotiations?
Yeah,
Like-
because he got hired back under the TKO brand.
And I'm like, wait a second, who's agreeing to the prices then if it somehow it always gets too much? And it's like, so I could believe that though. I could believe that unfortunately it ends up becoming, okay, who's actually an asset to us with the profit margin, which sucks though, because it's like, cool, you're putting a value on a lot of these people, but then it's like, then again, R-Truth. Bro, his shirt was selling out.
Yeah.
Hold you there?
I'm in.
Right, we asked your opinion before, but you didn't respond. We thought you went to the bathroom or something.
I was getting something to drink.
Yeah, I figured you stepped away. We was like, when you come back, let us know.
Let us know your opinion. Yo, you gave us such a soliloquy. We're like,
Word. Yeah, man. Well, what's your opinion on these releases?
It's either stupidity or they're getting ready to do something.
Like sell the company or?
Dude, I don't know. I really don't know. You don't release or not renew contracts. You know, especially if people look. Everybody can have their opinion against the Miz, but he's been there 20 years plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Coach is tired.
No, I'm reading what Damien wrote.
Okay.
Put the baby oil down, amigo. That was racist, Damien, with the amigo shit.
I thought that was the only part.
That's the part that got me. Why I gotta be amigo?
Word, right? Shit. He don't make no music. He ain't no amigo. Was it the Telamigos? The
Casa Amigos. There you go.
Casa Amigo.
But it's not like also like these are wrestlers that are not loved.
Yeah.
You know, R-Truth is loved,
bro.
Yeah.
Not only by the fans, by his fellow wrestlers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I feel something. I feel something's gonna happen.
It does feel like that. Something smells rotten in the state of Denmark.
And the thing is, it's so weird because it's like you do this, and it's like if the case is to make like this big transition, what do you turn WWE into? Because you've negotiated a lot of fucking marketing contracts. Like they're on Netflix right now. That streaming deal doesn't end, I believe, till 2030.
Yeah, it was a 10-year deal for $5 billion or some shit, right?
Yeah, I'm like they're in there for a minute. So it's like you have to still remain an entity. So it's like what is all this for then? If it's not just for again to look better on the books. Which again, I get that part. If that's the case, it's like it sucks, but it's like we get it. This also comes every year.
But the thing is, if you sell it as an entity, right?
But
they
what
still
do you
have. That's the thing. What if they're not doing WWE, UFC, two businesses as one? What if they're gonna do a fucking just have the UFC buy the WWE?
I thought that was the whole point of TKO is a merger in a sense.
No, so Viacom bought UFC. UFC's not its own thing.
Yeah.
They made UFC and the WWE its own conglomerate with TKO.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's two separate companies, but it's under one stock.
Because that's what I thought. I thought that was the whole point of it. That's like,
yeah.
TKO is basically the situation here. This is now WWE UFC under an umbrella.
Yeah, but I mean, this is just me spitballing. But it's because we don't know. Like I don't know. Like we need that dude that's been here and he knows about business.
Yeah, we need
the only one here that knows about business.
Yeah.
But it's crazy unless they're trying to make themselves look profitable for a different reason.
Well, I can also
it's not selling the company, but like getting another contract.
Well, I can see that. I can see them wanting to again be able to show off, hey, this is our profit margin, because that also looks good for investors. That's always going to be a thing. Like that's how you get more of these Netflix contracts, and you get the Peacock contracts, and you get the well, not Prime, because Logan Paul just did that to do that, but like companies like that, they look at those margins and they're like, oh, if I invest into this, and they've shown this, they're more willing to invest. So it's situations like that. It's just still for a company like this that are making ridiculous amount of fucking dollars, for them to still be that worried about like cents to the dollar here.
Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous, bro.
It's true, but also think about this. This is something that I don't think anybody's really thinking about, because we're thinking about it as an entity and as a business thing with money, right?
Yeah.
What if it has nothing to do with money? What if it has to do with the age of these wrestlers? Because R-Truth's been around for a long fucking time, right? 30 years, 30, 40 years. He's been around a couple decades. He's wrestled in so many decades.
Yeah.
Now Damien's talking about Orton, right? Orton, I don't see being here that much longer. AJ Styles already said he's going to retire in a few years.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio is probably going to be gone in a little while. What are they doing now? They're doing LFG. They're doing the NuKKle program. They're doing Evolve, where the Evolve champion is going to be wrestling at July 19th. Respect, But also, what are those? Right? What are those? Right? They're younger wrestlers.
Yeah,
younger wrestlers with a social media presence.
Very big social media presence.
And the world's going into social media.
Yeah.
It could be that they're trying to take the WWE into a different direction, getting the veterans out of there and changing the whole scope of wrestling.
See, but that's the thing. That's what worries me, because if we're changing the scope and doing that, you're kind of losing what wrestling is about. Because that's why I said earlier, I can get, okay, cool, if we don't want R-Truth in the ring anymore. But you have a whole
Kofi.
You have a whole PC. You have a whole system of agents. Like, you have a whole system of producers. You have all this that it's like, you mean to tell me R-Truth doesn't have a great fucking mind for this business? My guy made us believe for years that there's a little fucking person that he's talking to that's invisible.
Yo, dude.
And it's a character that's like, bro, I don't know if you guys finally got to see the full interview with him and Chris Van Vliet.
No,
like,
I didn't.
He showed how he fucking is able to click. Like, bro, people were posting, like, one podcaster had him on, and for like 5 minutes, or maybe like more too, but R-Truth had him believing that his mic was fucked up. And the whole time he's like, we've done that's like, we can't hear you. And Truth's doing it. And then he's like, yo, I'm just fucking with you, dog. And it's like, bro, it's shit like that he knew how to fucking work a crowd, and he knew how to work people. And it's like stuff like that, unless you're there, you can't teach that legit. And you need people like that have the mindset for this and have been there and have made money. Because that's the thing in this business too. When it comes to this, when you're learning from people, make sure you're also learning from people that have made money in this business. Because they're the ones that are going to fucking help you. And a guy like Truth has done it for going on 3+ decades. And has done it well. He's been with WWE when he was K-Quick, then went to TNA, made money there, came back, making money there, and has had a successful music career. My guy, before all this, he just dropped a country record. That was like,
I actually have that on my list. I've been listening to it.
Yo, it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, I want to talk about it tomorrow, because if you listen to it,
you're gonna be here tomorrow.
I'm gonna be here tomorrow.
I'm
gonna be here tomorrow. Like, but no, it's like, but bro, even that though, it showed you how, like, he's made his track record, and he knew how to keep it going. And it's like, to see that, it's like,
right,
you can't tell me that's not something to at least keep around,
right?
Even if in not an active competitor state,
right? Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah,
if I was gonna start a wrestling company, I want R-Truth and Jericho.
Yeah, right.
But if you was gonna change the landscape of wrestling, or if you was gonna change the landscape of the WWE to fit your motto, wouldn't you get rid of the people that are gonna keep it as a wrestling thing? Like
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say where the profession, right?
Yeah.
You're taking McDonald's.
Yeah.
You buy McDonald's and you go, well, we no longer want this to be fast food. We want it to be a full-fledged restaurant.
Yeah.
Everyone that has a beautiful mindset for making money in a fast food restaurant gotta go. Because yes, you can make money and you are the best at fast food. But I'm making a 5-star dining Michelin star restaurant out of McDonald's.
But my question is then, what are you turning this into? If you're going to lose everyone that's valued in wrestling, because they also know that Randy, Zena's gone by the end of the year. Randy is on his last leg of this.
They are also talking about ruining wrestling. No, not even like the fact that John Cena is going to ruin it. Just like they're giving us the idea that wrestling is going to change when John Cena is gone.
Yeah.
So that could possibly be a foreshadowing of something.
Yeah. My take is, again, I if we're going in the route of that, like especially because LFG is a thing, because WWE Evolve is now a thing, which again it's great and it's all right. I'm not gonna disregard that. Again, July 19th, WWE Evolve champion will be in the building. It's a thing of I get wanting to and it happens at every industry. You start making room for the younger, hungrier talent. And again, that's the sad part of this, that no matter what, we're also gonna understand, even though we love them and we're fans of them, there's also that time we finally do have to say goodbye, you know? And that sucks. And it's what fucking sucks, because that's the situation we're gonna be in, because it's like, bro, we eventually had to say goodbye to Jordan, you know?
Yeah, I mean, for you, Ray, you're just now starting to say goodbye to your favorite guy,
bro.
I had to say goodbye to multiple.
But as am I now, you know,
it's
crazy, because bro, that's the thing, like, and that's what shows you how many years have passed. Because yes, there was that time you had to say goodbye to the Austins, the Rocks, the Hogans, guys like that, bro. I'm at the point now that little by little, I'm saying goodbye to the guys that I grew up on watching, like Edge. Again, Edge is on his last leg of this. Randy's on his last leg of this. Zena's out like after December as a full-time performer out of this. AJ has put his timeline. He has 2 more years of this. And it sucks to see, but it's also the nature of the business. So it's like, I get that side of this. And that's where, no matter what, we're going to have this discussion because it still sucks to see. But we also, no matter what, we're going to always agree it's going to happen. Because it happens in every industry, no matter what. Not even just wrestling. Like Pat McAfee talked about it on his podcast, talking about how with wrestling, it sucks because you kind of just, you're used to week seeing people.
Yeah.
With on a team, sometimes you'll see them one day, next day they're cut.
Yeah.
Like
all the time kills it has defeated everyone.
No, it's undefeated. It's fucking undefeated, and it sucks. And it's one of those things where like this, when it's almost like where it's not an injury that stops it. Like with Edge and Daniel Bryan for the time, it was like, okay, that took it. But then now, when seeing this, that it's like, nah, man, but there's still so much they could do. But it's like, again, that's what we want.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm not saying that this is the end for R-Truth. Realistically, again, he could show up in TNA if he wants to. He could show up in AEW if he wants to. A lot of people were putting that. Like, the Rascals were tweeting, yo, bring him to us in TNA. Like.
Who, R-Truth?
Yeah. They wanted R-Truth like crazy.
Oh, my bad.
No, I was just trying to see, releasing these older songs because they're trying to prevent tragedies like Sabu that cause. I don't even think it's that, man, because if it's, bro,
you want to prevent tragedies like that, give them health care and a fucking benefit package for when they retire.
Yeah, that's
Sabu should have had no reason to keep wrestling, especially if he couldn't fucking move without having some kind of fucking
but that's also again that's a whole other
whole nother story,
situation, a whole different thing.
That's the whole other story for a whole other time.
Yeah, this is again these are cases of just like again seeing, where they're not at that point either, because we're not gonna we wouldn't have this conversation if it's like they're firing, let's say Bob Backlund when he was like in his late 60s, they'll go.
Yeah,
you know? Like if it's that, it's like, sorry, like Bob, you gotta go. But it's like this is still Truth that still just wrestled on Saturday Night's Main Event the other day and could still go.
He did better than Cena.
Like it's stuff like that, man.
Dude,
but,
I just want to say this for the Rascals from TNA.
Yeah,
I understand where you're coming from, and if I was you, I would say the same shit.
Yeah.
But before you get Ron the Truth Killings, get a TV deal that everyone can see.
Well, that's also
get a deal where I can watch TNA on cable or on Hulu or somewhere without having to get a fucking illegal link, and then worry about R-Truth. You can't get more viewers if more people can't see you.
That's the thing too that I feel like I was hoping now with this WWE deal and all that. I hope it's able to like negotiate some TV deals, which apparently they are in the market for. They are like shopping around to see, and I hope it happens, man. Because TNA is also one of those companies where, hey, that also works. Like a lot of people that have gotten recently released are now a part of TNA. I mean, like you've seen, like Indy Hartwell is in TNA, Elias TNA. Like it's funny because a lot of the people that were in WWE and got released were a part of a segment this week on NXT, and it's like, look at that, like we just keep like top dollar people just, like he's just there, and he's part of it because of TNA, like, and it shows it can happen, you know. Why not? Come on, Leon.
I mean,
not on Tubi. Like,
yo, don't sleep on Tubi. Tubi got some shit on it.
Hey, dude, but come on, we need like an actual like.
Yeah,
they can't get a Hulu deal.
Yo, if you put a TV TNA-esque show on Tubi, I'm with it. But you know, their main shit, we gotta need to put it on Hulu. If you get it on Hulu or Amazon Prime, you're winning. Yeah. Why bring back Goldberg if they're releasing old talents? The same reason why you bring back The Rock and Stone Cold, because he makes money. The nostalgia fan will always come back for someone that they grew up with to wrestle. Yeah. You know, like, think about it. And I said this, I think I said this on Monday, or I said this to no, I said this to my cousin. I'm at my cousin's house and we're talking about, you know, The Rock and everybody coming back, and I was like, y'all people got blinded by nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yes, The Rock is very charismatic, and he is one of the most electrifying men on the mic. But when he was wrestling full time, he was not as good as you people make him out to be right now. Stone Cold was the man. The Rock was also the guy, but Stone Cold was the man that ran the ship. The Rock was just the other guy. Like he was the Orton to the Cena. It's just at that time everyone on TV had to be charismatic. The Rock was a lot more charismatic than anybody else. But the way that people think of The Rock now as the best wrestler in the fucking world and the biggest guy in the industry and all that shit, it's because he only comes once every few years, and he's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. And the old nostalgia people like, this is what I remember from the Attitude Era. No, you don't. He ain't do that shit in the Attitude Era. He ain't do that shit in the Attitude Era. He ain't curse in the Attitude Era. He wasn't allowed to wear cowboy hats and whip people with their own blood. Like, let's get it straight. He's not as good as people remember him as he was because of the nostalgia act.
It's the thing of, you remember the aura of The Rock. You remember the aura of Stone Cold. And that's the thing too. We have to also, this is always going to be the catch-22 question, because is it that there weren't good wrestlers, or like not the best wrestlers, or is it by comparison now? Because that's like the argument I make. I'm talking about like now, like his reputation now to his reputation back then. It's a lot bigger now than it was then. Well, of course, because now they're at a point where, and we'll have this conversation like years later, like with a John Cena and something like that. Like, again, are they having like technical classics? No, but they've had memorable matches. Like, as much as, again, the person I don't like. Like I was gonna say your guy. Like, again, as the person, fuck him. But Hogan, when it comes to, is he gonna put on a 5-star classic? No. But what? No. I was add on to your point. Yeah. Did he have 5-star classics? No. But every memory you have from WrestleMania 1 to WrestleMania 9 has Hogan in it. No, yeah, but that's you know what I'm saying. So it's you can't deny that it's like there's there. It's like then there's a reason why Hulkamania transcended wrestling for decades, and there's a reason why now, like Austin 316, like that, bro. They got a UFC 316 shirt now. I just saw they released that, and it's like, but bro, it's like that stuff, bro. Oh, it's crazy because when you think about it, that Austin 316 promo happens on a random King of the Ring, like it happens there, and people forget what happened before that. Yep, they forget why he said it. Yeah, it's like no one remembers like. It was Jake that he fucking wrestles. Yeah, he just made shit out of Jake the Snake Roberts. Yeah, who just turned Christian again because he was addicted to drugs. Yeah, and it's like no one remembers that. No one remembers the fucking why this promo even began, and it's crazy because you remember the promo though. Yeah, and again, that's important though. It shows why those things matter and why all this matters. But again, that's why I say all that when it comes down to this, is that all that you lose when you're more worried about the money. Yeah. Because now, again, there's a lot of people you can release, But those are the ones that are making you money because those are the memories now. They're the reasons why we want to have Peacock and we want to have Netflix and we want to have these back catalogs, and we're making you money by that because now we're trying to watch these moments and memories again. And the reason why we're invested to see this pay-per-view, and why, again, as much as I know it's not going to be a fucking good match, but I want to watch Cena's last fucking run.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see this because I know, again, it's not going to be the best, no. But I know, hey, this is my childhood ending.
It's your dude. All shit aside, it's your guy.
Yeah.
Saying goodbye.
Yeah.
You need to see it because you lived throughout the rest of it. It's like when Derek Jeter was giving his goodbye tour. My bad, Hook. His last game at Yankee Stadium, we're at my aunt's house. She stopped everything and put the game on. We watched the last game. Me, my cousin, my brother, and one of his friends had a tear in our eye watching the game. Yeah. And my little cousin goes, yo, why are these guys so emotional about this? And my aunt goes, because they grew up watching him play.
Damn, man.
We were a part of his career. You are a part of John Cena's career. And when he's done with it, that part of your wrestling journey is done with it also.
Yeah.
You have to put that aside, and that goes in the memory bank.
Yeah.
And it's for someone who's so invested in watching wrestling, it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's also something that you're proud to be a part of. It's like when Kobe did his goodbye tour.
Yeah.
To sit there and watch it and go, this man gave everything he had to us. Goodbye, Kobe.
Yeah. And bro, it's stuff like that it's just like this is why shit like this bothers. When you release not release, but you let a guy like R-Truth go. And you let guys like this. Like Carlito's another one, bro. Like Carlito is one of those guys that's like, it's insane.
So much shit with him.
I think that's what makes this just bother so much more, because you signed him and you had him on the reserves for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because legit, it was around this time that he got signed.
Yeah.
It was legit around this time because I remember he was supposed to wrestle Darius Carter. I had Darius on the podcast. We had him on here and he was talking about getting ready to wrestle Carlito. And Carlito had to pull out because he got signed.
Yep. And then we didn't even use him.
Then we never saw him for like 6 months.
Yep.
And then finally he shows up and he's with the LWO. And then we do the turn a few months later. And then now he's with the Judgment Day. And he became almost the bump and feed guy. It's like, oh, we need someone to bump? Carlito. We need someone to bump? Carlito. We need something cool for the gimmick in the back for him to play video games? Carlito.
Send in the colognes.
Like, and it's like, man, there's so much you could have done. Carlito was in the best shape of his fucking life. And he's fucking still wrestling. Like, bro, he just won the title in fucking Puerto Rico. He was at for his father's promotion for WBC. He just won the fucking title. And he's killing it. And now he's back on the indies because as it works out, for those that are their contracts is just not extended. There's no 90 days. So they can work. So I'm like we spoke about off the air.
Yeah.
I made an email. Let's see what happens.
Okay, I hit up for Jade. She didn't respond back to me, but I hit her up. Yo, I want to respond to what Damien said, and then I'm gonna let Hodge say something. He's been quiet this whole time, but Damien, that sex that Hogan had on that sex tape was not 5 stars, because if you're still able to talk after you're finished, must have not been that good. But go ahead, Hodge.
Well, listen, man. For weeks, for months, I would say, yo, why is Carlito not doing anything but coming out to the ring with Judgment Day and being the lackey that get fucked up?
Yeah.
Like you forget that I know that Braun is down with fucking Steph, but you forget the spear that Braun gave Carlito.
Bro.
Yeah. He flew down the aisle about 20 feet and hit Carlito with that spear.
Bro, but again, you made Carlito a lackey.
Yeah.
Carlito is a fucking wrestler, dude. The guy can actually wrestle.
Yeah.
You know, he's one of the very few guys that you can say, yo, wrestling is actually in his blood. He grew up. His father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A legend.
The point that me and Ray were talking. No, he left the first time to run his father's promotion.
Yep.
Right now, he's the current champion. You know what I'm saying? So if you're letting him go because he's like, yo, I have to, when my contract is up, I can't renew with you guys because of this, and that. And you're like, yo, why would they offer him like a Legends contract?
Yeah, that's it, bro. That's another one that it's like, because look at Tyler Breeze. He's under one of those. He's under a Legends contract with WWE, and he's still doing indies, but he's still helping out whenever needed. Like, there's so many people, which also I get it. That's also, but the budget situation. But it's like, come on, you mean to tell me there's not guys that, especially because they're making these connections now, you can't have Carlito with a Legends contract, so that way, boom, you have ties to WWC, which you already have because they used to send a lot of their guys would go to WWC. Like when Mason Ryan needed like his little like just to polish things off before going into the Nexus, he was in Puerto Rico, just killing it. Like they sent a lot of guys over there, but people don't know that unless you're watching fucking WWC like that.
Yeah.
And you wonder, like, wait a second, this guy's under a WWE contract. How is he? Oh, yeah. Cool. This is dope to see them. And
again,
it's stuff like that.
Again, like we talked about when we talked about off air yesterday.
Yeah.
If they are willingly just not renewing these contracts because that's what they want, they are fucking up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, I know that one of our channel mates completely hates the Miz. I'm not a big Miz fan, but to make a living out of a character he did on the real world, yes, Kofi, that's what I'm saying. Excuse me, what fucking budget are you talking about? My man, this is not a fucking
stockholders.
This is not a mom and pop promotion.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you got to worry about a fucking budget. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. Ray is starting his little promotion stuff. You know, Ray has a budget. You are a multi-billion-dollar corporation who just got bought out by TKA or whatever the fucking shit is, which is another multi-billion-dollar corporation. The word, it's because of the budget. Stop it. Now, mind you, there are a lot of marks out there that are going to be like, nah, it's because of a budget.
No.
Real wrestling fans who've been watching wrestling since they were young, bro, they know. Come on now, stop it. Don't insult my intelligence. Just don't.
Coach, if they make $150 million a year, the people who own the WWE, TKO, right, the CEOs,
mm-hmm.
Right.
If they can fire R-Truth and make $150 million and $500,000 a year, they'll do it.
Absolutely, but don't tell me it's because you have a budget.
Well, $150 million out of the billion that they make is too much money to lose. So they have to find that revenue somewhere else. Just think about it. Would you rather have billions of dollars in your bank account and be able to spend money on anything you want, or have nothing in your bank account and have the budget? Because in reality, you would rather have nothing, because that way you don't have to worry about billions of dollars and then giving that money to people who deserve it. Because how can they fuck people over without fucking them over, without being being intentional?
Yeah.
Well, remember,
Diddy bought all the baby oil. It's about to go on eBay for a shitload of fucking money because this is the last baby oil bottle alive. I'm fucking with you.
I remember the last time that WWE had these rounds of cuts.
Yeah.
You know
Every
what I'm
time they have the round of cuts, we're like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. Like they had these round of cuts, and they're like, oh well, you know, I forgot what.
What's going on, DJ?
Yeah.
Damn, you're getting ready for DJ. That's why.
I forgot what bullshit excuse
That's
they
crazy.
gave. Like I forgot what bullshit excuse they gave, but it's like, yo, come on now,
Bro.
Stop it. Like, you are not going to sit there and tell me that after the pandemic, where you couldn't have anybody sitting in seats,
No.
and you actually turn a profit, that you had to let people go. Come on, man, stop. Just tell me, yo, we want more money in my pockets.
Well, that's what it always ends up being. Again, it's no matter this is always going to be the biggest thing with WWE. That's always going to be the biggest what the fuck is on their most profitable year that this went on record. Their most profitable year. A week later, they had their revenue budget cuts that they do every year, unfortunately. So it shows it's never going to be the reason I always say it's budget. Why we put it down as budget cuts is because unfortunately there still needs to be. This is the budget we spend on talent. Oh, we got to cut that shit. That's like, well, this is going to make us look like we're making more money than we're already making because we're making a bunch of fucking money. But we now have to make it look like, oh, you know that money we're spending here? We're not spending that anymore.
Right. Well, Ray, think about this.
Yeah.
They make money, right? They make $100 billion.
They made buku bucks.
Buku bucks. Let's put a number to it. $100 million, right? $100 billion a year.
Yeah.
They spend possibly $50 million just on talent.
You think
on talent fucking pay, right? So 100 billion and 50 million is a big gap between those two, right? That's a big number, but you're wrong. That number is too close to each other because you can't spend 95 billion and 95.5 billion dollars, and make this profitable because you're giving $50 million away.
Yeah.
So we got to cut the 50 million in order to make that 100 billion bigger. Because we can't cut the shawarma that we're giving our CEOs. We can't cut the Christmas parties that we're doing. We can't cut the traveling of all the shit to Saudi Arabia and all those expenses that we have. We can't cut paying Goldberg the $200 million that he wants to give at once a year. We can't cut this. We can't cut that. We can't cut the drones that we got to make this shit profitable. We can't cut the commercials that are on Peacock because we get money off of that. We barely survive if we didn't show Peacock commercials. So what are we gonna do, Ray? We gotta cut our truth because he probably makes $50,000 a year. We gotta cut the pay for the tribal zaddy. Around I don't know why the names are escaping me because I don't want to cut any of them. But you know what I'm saying? The tribal chief, he's making $15 million a year. We got to renegotiate that because he only gives us profit of $100 million a year. His revenue stream, right? His stuff, like his merchandise, makes us $100 million a year. And out of that $100 million, we pay him $15 million. So you're telling me the $85 million we got to just live with? No, we need more than that because we can't live with that from his side. So we got to give him maybe $200,000 a year. That sounds reasonable, right? From $15 million to $200,000 a year, because the company's gonna die, Ray, if it doesn't fucking do this. Y'all don't understand. We all the WWE needs is 3 wrestlers. You put the same 3 wrestlers, different matches, different times on the show, and you got a profit margin there, right? You pay him $20 an hour. You only put him on the show for 1 hour a week. Boom, money.
So it's been reported, right? I read
Yeah.
this somewhere, and don't ask me where, but I read it somewhere. I'm hot. I'm hot right now, y'all. All right.
Like he's like, I have a resource. Don't tell me where the source is from.
But I found
Don't ask no questions. Just listen.
Just listen.
Don't ask where. It's just it happened.
Just listen. What they're doing is essentially letting go of their most paid superstars that they have right now. And not just the highest grossing paid, but the ones that are or have been there, like the veterans, like R-Truth, like The Miz, like Braun Strowman, because they are looking for one, newer talent. We're making a lot of room for the newer talent. And a lot of the newer talent costs a fraction of a cost of what they were paying R-Truth. A fraction of a cost of what they were paying Braun Strowman. Possibly even a fraction of a cost of what they're paying Karrion Kross. And no one expected this to happen. No one in anything would have ever thought that R-Truth would no longer be with WWE. It's business, and it's unfortunate to say it like that, right? They are making money, but they've lost a lot of money as well. We're talking about a lot of money when it comes to shit that happened with Vince. That shit tanked a lot of the business of what they were looking for as revenue of, we're going to get this. And then when shit hit the fan with Vince, a lot of that pulled back and they lost a lot of revenue.
No.
Now, is it the smartest move business-wise to let go of someone that is like R-Truth, who is one of the top merchandise sellers out there? It's not. But in their eyes, they see it as his contract is ending. We're not firing him. We're just not renewing the contract because the contract is costing a pretty penny for them. And that pretty penny that they are saving with not renewing R-Truth contracts leaves room for more of their bullshit ass shows of like the LFG shows and their newer talent. Again, that is only going to cost them a fraction of the cost of what they would have had they kept R-Truth. And it sucks. It fucking sucks. Because now it's like, well, yeah, we want fresh and new talent, but at what cost? And unfortunately, the answer to this particular question is as well as at the cost of R-Truth.
No.
It's the cost of Braun Strowman. And it's going to be the cost of other superstars that we're going to unfortunately see very soon of being released. The Miz is possibly on the chopping block.
No.
Who else did I say earlier?
Cross is on that.
Cross is another one. Okay, they're on the chopping block. Their contract is ending very soon.
No.
What bothers me is the fact that they couldn't keep R-Truth as an ambassador.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's like there's so many other avenues that they could have switched it to if they didn't want to have him as an active competitor.
But that's the thing. I don't think it's not that they don't want him to have an active competitor. I think they just don't want to overall pay him.
Well, no, because I would assume it's a different pay than being if you're an active competitor. That's going to be probably guaranteed.
But it wouldn't have been a lower pay. You know what I'm saying? I think with the longevity of someone's of the tenure that you have there, You know, especially for someone who has been there as long as R-Truth. He wasn't going to take that much of a pay cut, or they weren't going to give him that much of a pay cut to make a significant difference to what they actually want in order for them to hire new talent.
Yeah.
That's the unfortunate thing here. But we also have to keep in mind, R-Truth got so many different, like, so many different streams of income coming towards him that, you know, WWE, it was his bread and butter, and knowing him, he saved up a lot and everything like that. It just sucks because you can tell this is something that he really loved to do. What would be amazing, and I know it's never going to happen, but you know what they say in wrestling, never say never. It would be the smartest thing for Tony Khan to pick up and have R-Truth still be R-Truth, and then just go up to Tony Khan and be like, "Hey Nick, you know this. Where's catering at? Where's Cody? Where's this? Like, pretend as if he went to AEW, right? This would be great. Just great booking if he goes to AEW and pretends that he's still in WWE and pretends that he is still R-Truth. And then flip the switch on somebody, you know, and be like, I know exactly where I'm at. And then flips the switch. But I don't even know if R-Truth wants to go ahead and
Yeah, I was gonna say, does he want to be an ambassador or be in a Legends contract or something like that?
And that's the thing too, that it's like we don't know till he speaks on it fully. We don't know. We don't know exactly what the conversation is. Just that they weren't going to renew the contract.
And also, like with the way Mark Henry talks about his experience with AEW, I don't think R-Truth want to go there.
Yeah.
Because apparently Mark Henry and AEW have.
Mark Henry didn't go there as a competitor. Mark Henry went there as a coach, as a commentator, as a whole bunch of stuff. R-Truth would go there to be a competitor.
But no, that's what we would want him to be. Is that what they're going to offer?
Yeah, because I mean, at his age, he's still 50 something. You know, like he's still old, and that was the problem that they had with. They were making fun of the WWE is that they're all old people, but WCW was hiring older people. They needed younger.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's like, it sucks because it's one of those where we know Truth could still go, but it's also going to be the thing no matter which company we look at. Because also for anyone watching this, the reason we're just talking about this in WWE terms right now is because that's where it's happening recently, but it's also happening in AEW. One of the biggest free agents right now because of AEW is Bear Bronson, who you can see on July 19th. I respect. But he was also one of those. He was a situation like this, that he was just told his contract is not going to be renewed. They became a free agent as of this past weekend. So this isn't just we're just talking about WWE in this point because right now this is where a lot of this is happening. But it's happened in WWE. It's happened in AEW.
Yep.
It happened in TNA. TNA just lost a few. Allowed a few to expire as well. Ace Austin, again, someone that it's insane to think he wouldn't just be a lifer for a while in TNA, especially with everything. So it's like it's insane to see when certain people this is the situation, but it's also like we said, this is just how business is, no matter what the business is, because we know how it is. And again, in corporate world, it's the same way.
And let's also think about it this way too. You guys, this past Tuesday, Mariah May, whose contract also ended in AEW, and then ended up being in WWE and NXT.
Yep.
Now I got a question for that because I know most of the time, these companies put a clause in there that you have to at least wait. Like usually, isn't the norm like 90 days?
So that's if they release you while you're within in your contract. However, if your contract expires, as soon as it expires, you're a free agent.
Yep. That's
You
why.
have to wait. There's no waiting period. It's only when they release you while you're still technically in contract.
Yep. So like for like Shotzi Blackheart was someone who was a part of when her departure came, that she was in the middle of all these like actual cuts, releases that people thought, wait, she's doing a lot of media already. So she could because her contract expired. So the way with at least WB it works as of now, again, it could change in a heartbeat. If you're on NXT and you get unfortunately the cut, it's a 30-day to 60-day you have to wait, no compete. If you're on the main roster,
90 days.
90 days.
Isn't that what happened with Aleister Black and FTR? They just let the contract expires and they went.
No. So what happened with them is that when they were sent to the main roster, they didn't. They still had the NXT clause.
Yep.
Okay.
No one.
That's what happened.
Their contracts. So Aleister Black had 60 days. So it worked out perfect timing for him to be able to go, boom, to AEW.
Yeah. So some of those contracts that were like you said, FTR and Aleister Black, they didn't realize, whoever drew up their new contracts, they didn't realize that they still had like that NXT clause as opposed to the main roster clause. And I'm pretty sure that whoever did not see that probably got cut too. So, that's on them. But yeah, the reasoning why that actually happened while they were on the main roster is because no one realized that. And then ever since then, moving forward, they made sure that once they hit the main roster, it is that 90 days and not the 60 days.
Yeah.
Which also, there are people that I've chosen to not. Like, you could also choose to, nope. Keep your money. I'm betting on myself. Because there have been a few that have done it. Because Sami Callihan did it. Because they offered him the 60 days. Hey, just stay home. Because they had basically released him at the point. And he said,
oh shit, DJ's in the building.
There we go. Now,
Hey.
DJ,
I just got my release paper, so I figure I should just come on the show.
Yeah, right.
There you go. Now you're free to talk all that trash.
What's going on, DJ?
What up, everybody? It's all right. Everybody that got released is gonna be all right. I promise you.
We're not okay, DJ. We're not okay.
They will not be eating top ramen. I promise you.
We want truth, man.
I hear
we do want the truth, though. Like, they got to bring the truth back. Hopefully, we get a Legends deal or some kind of, I don't think that's over.
Like, I was talking to Torrin Ray. I'm like, yo, like, I know that he has a lot of stuff going on outside of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
But to be like, no, we're just going to let your contract run out and then that's it or whatever. I'm like, yo, you're not even going to offer this man like a Legends contract? This man literally has broken all your wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
This man made Brock Lesnar laugh.
Right.
And let's not forget Paul Heyman, too.
Yeah.
And Solo and Roman.
Everybody was supposed to be straight face. He got him.
Man, the guy is gold. I'm sorry. Like, I was talking to Ray and told him, I'm like, I remember when he first got cut by WWE and went to TNA, and it was Ron the Truth Killings, and got together with the Road Dogg and Conan. They were doing the 3 Live Crew or whatever. If you go back to those days and you hear some of his promos, you're like, yo, it's like night and day from the truth that we've had in the WWE the last, 15 years that he's been back.
Yeah. No, it's been comedy.
I actually gave him something to talk about.
Yo, let me tell you something. I've always watched TNA or whatever. I seen some of those promos. I was like, yo, this man is going hard on this promo. Like, all right, yeah. And then you see him back in the WWE a couple of months later. He's making everybody fucking laugh.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's trying to have some fun.
My man had Little Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that whole little skit right there with Little Jimmy, fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Man, the night that he came out on a pay-per-view or whatever and started bringing out, it was not pay-per-view or whatever, or Raw, whatever, he started bringing out a ladder or whatever.
That was the Royal Rumble.
That was at the Rumble.
That was at the Rumble.
Yeah, because he thought it was a ladder match, and it was
No, he thought it was Money in the Bank.
He thought it was Money in the Bank.
He thought it was Money in the Bank. He was climbing up to get the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Did y'all remember?
You remember the grin he had on his face? Like, yeah, I'm about to cash his money, and looks up and there's nothing there.
And no, he didn't care about none of those spiders on that ladder.
I was gonna say, y'all remember what he said was gonna be up there? It's like, I know there's spiders in that. It's like, wait, what?
Bro.
Or when he flew to Austria when the show was in Australia.
Yeah, my man said, I'm gonna throw you over the top rope. looking at Brock Lesnar, but then saying Paul Heyman.
Yep. That was the thing that's like even when this announcement happened, I was like, oh, it's June 1st. I hope for the love of God that R-Truth was joking with us and being like, oh, my bad, y'all. I thought it was June Fools. My bad.
It was April 1st.
Yeah. Not for nothing. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, yo, is he gonna come back and say it's like it's my bad?
That's not me. My fault. My bad, you guys.
Yeah, I thought it was April Fools.
Like,
because it would be something that R-Truth would say.
Yeah. Real quick, I think Cora Jade can now compete because she started her OnlyFans, and that would be some kind of competition or some shit like that. But I think she could wrestle now. And your thoughts on Triple H and HBK? I don't know if she specifically said those two, but there were people body shaming her in WWE when she was in NXT when she first got there.
Well, before the boob job.
Yeah. I mean, technically, this is a entertainment show where you have to have a certain look, but I mean, it's still fucked up. If they're talking about her not being strong enough to lift people, you need to get bigger physically, that's safety. But just
that's
if you
legit, that's a legit reason.
Yeah, if you're just sitting there going, you're too skinny because you look like whatever, then it's fucked up because that's her look.
That's right.
If you can't pick up, let's say you can't pick up Roxanne to do a fucking
body slam or something.
The go to was it the fuck? What is CM Punk call his fucking shit? Yeah, to go to sleep. Like if you can't pick up a girl like Roxanne to do that shit, we have some problems because your finishing move requires you to lift somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Safely.
Yeah, so that's a legit concern.
Right. So that's why I'd like to hear the whole context because again, we have, the young ones nowadays, they use these phrases and sometimes it doesn't match. I have a daughter, I have a 20-year-old daughter. I'm like, no, that's not what that means. When she'll tell me something. So I got to hear the context when I hear this stuff nowadays.
Yeah. So Cora Jade is officially a free agent as of this. It's going to be this weekend.
Okay.
So this is her first weekend. She the 60 days, I guess, would be for NXT contracts are up. So yeah, we'll be able to see her starting this weekend. She's booked at some convention, I believe this is. Hold on.
Because I know her OnlyFans went live.
Is the convention at Hustlers here in New York City?
No, it is River City Wrestling Con. This coming weekend.
Hey, but these conventions are hot. You can go see everybody that got releases at some kind of convention.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
fuck that shit. I'm gonna name my fucking convention the recently released convention.
The Future Endeavor convention.
We get tickets.
Have you been Future Endeavor?
Is Soraya, aka Paige, done with wrestling?
I don't think she's done with wrestling. I think she's done with AEW.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like. To me,
Doesn't look
yeah.
like she's.
Wait,
full-
who?
Paige, Soraya.
Oh,
Yeah.
And she should be a manager, like
Yeah,
or a
she keeps-
GM.
No,
No
yeah.
more in-ring work. Like,
Yeah.
stop with the in-ring work. GM or manager, and I think she'll be fine.
He keeps mentioning the WWE, so like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it
So
was,
it's like, take me back, please. Is what all that is.
I don't know what DreamCon is.
that's the
Is that what Freddie's at? Freddy Cougar
that's one of these conventions.
went over his head.
what?
No, I know exactly.
It completely went over his head.
Yeah.
Completely.
It's a movie reference, but of course he wouldn't understand.
And the Dream Warriors, baby.
Those
Yeah, you
screaming
see-
while the butch is in motion.
Yeah, you see Ray's face when we talk about shit like this, Hodge? This is why
Yo,
we said
yo,
earlier.
Wait.
we
I'm
want you to be a
actually
dick,
happy
Ray.
that Ray went on last night and send us the picture when his fucking video froze and the look on his face. he
He was so disappointed.
I was about to say, what was it? A face of a baby mama walking in, or
No, we kept giving him quizzes on movie lines.
oh snap?
And
Okay.
Oh,
He didn't get
that's
not
so
one of them.
funny. Of
And at
course
one
he
point,
does.
his screen froze, and he was just like,
the utter look of
Defeated.
disappointment.
yeah, it was like,
But I think he put it up in the group. So DJ, like
Look
you
back.
guys, you can definitely like scroll back. I know there's a lot of messages there, or Ray can just repost it. It was literally the best time bought frozen by his. It was the best time for his video camera to freeze. He looked like
Yeah,
so
Ray.
dejected. Gigi, he looked dejected. He looked like somebody just told him his dog died.
Mm.
That's
Yeah,
terrible.
Ray. Yeah, Ray, that's the look you had.
Damn,
this
Hodge.
is the look he had.
Oh boy.
His camera froze right at that moment.
He's like, I have
Damn,
not one
bruh.
clue.
The fucked up thing with that last night was I've seen these movies, and they just kept giving me lines, and I'm like, I have no fucking clue. Because
Yo, DJ, I almost recited the entire fucking script of one of these movies, and he still didn't get it.
If he's going through the whole scene, right?
Bro,
no, it wouldn't
he
be.
told them,
It's
he
not-
told them a couple of lines from The Last Dragon, and I'm here like laughing.
Right.
And at one point he literally raised his fucking shirt to say right.
I wasn't looking. That's the crazy thing. I was not looking.
And I'm gonna need that shirt too, by the way.
Yo, the funny thing is that on that exact moment where Toe raised his shirt, Ray was looking down again over his head, literally over his head. Like I wanted to say, yo, Ray, I had to say at one point, Ray, it's Toe's favorite movie of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just too much.
Yeah, Damien says he had the Scooby Doo face.
God,
Oh my god.
But
I mean, I can see the obscure movies, Ray. I can see missing it on the obscure movies, but to miss it on that movie,
no,
that's
DJ,
not good.
this isn't like this was like the first one that I messed up. This is like constant. Just what's this line from? And this line.
No, that's what I mean. Like, so
that's like once you get to the
they
one
were trying
that's
to
like,
give you a
it's
softball.
just
That's
fucking
basically
layup.
what I'm saying.
No, but the problem is after you're hearing multiple fucking lines, it's like, bro, I don't fucking know anymore. Like the thing was Bronx Tale. That was one of the lines that fucking Toad just kept going line for line with it. So I'm like, bro, if you would have said, now you can't leave, that clicks.
If she doesn't unlock the door,
No, that would fucking
you
click.
leave her. Listen to me. You leave her.
Right.
Yeah. But yo, DJ, Gigi, I'm telling you, like if you guys go back and watch it, where I'm there and I'm like,
Yo.
No, I had the instant regret. Like, why did I show up today?
first of all, he showed up late.
Yep.
I had a meeting.
Always a meeting. I want to meet the motherfuckers you meet.
you know, for the last 2 months, he hasn't even shown up. Then he has the audacity to show up late, and then you miss the movie references.
Yeah, like DJ, just consider this: the man owes you $20, and he's leaving you alone. It costs you $20 to never deal with this man again. You got off easy.
Or he owes you $20, and he posts that he just copped a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, but where's that line from, Ray?
It's the Bronx, dude.
All right. Now, was it over a fucking parking spot?
Oh
it
no!
Wasn't over a parking spot, Ray.
No,
it was over.
No, God damn it! I know where this is leading to because you said you were gonna say it today. Let's see if Tom remembers what I said last night.
No more guys, right?
Oh.
The whole chat was roasting.
Oh wait, Damien said he was gonna make reference to what was the shit that he did? He said yesterday that we was gonna
Damien,
bring
I
up.
hope you forgot.
Bro is down 1,000 points. It's true.
Or he should have.
Oh, the Brooklyn. He said the Brooklyn.
Oh damn! Gigi, cover your ears, Gigi.
See, he talked shit about Queens and Brooklyn. He said the Brooklyn.
I don't think Gigi's here. All right, worked out.
DJ,
once we start talking about movie lines, Gigi.
DJ, he literally said the Brooklyn last night.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think? Is Ohio State or something?
No. So the joke is that for some reason they keep calling it the Brooklyn. But last night
it's pronounced the Brooklyn.
It's Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It's just Brooklyn.
No, the Brooklyn.
But last
they want
night
to be the Bronx so bad that the is silent in Brooklyn.
Oh wait, does DJ know the story?
No, I don't think he does.
Oh,
would you like to lighten him the story?
Yeah,
let me keep sipping this drink while you guys tell me this.
No, you might not want to sip it because it might be either coming out your nose or something else. Right, so one day we was going down to one of the indie shows in the Brooklyn.
Yep.
So it's me, To, Ray, Le. Before we pick up Ray. So for some reason, Les says the Brooklyn, and me and Toe just keep on, and Gigi being originally from the Brooklyn, she's like, it's not the Brooklyn, it's just Brooklyn. Yep. But we kept saying the Brooklyn. When we pick up Ray, we call it the whole day we're calling it the Brooklyn. We're at the indie show, and people talking about here, oh, we're here in Brooklyn. We'll be like, no, you're missing the in front of Brooklyn.
It's pronounced the Brooklyn.
No, just Brooklyn.
On the way home, after the show, and we all know that Toto don't drink, but we've all been drinking or whatever. We pull up to a red light, and Gigi's in the passenger side, the passenger. She rolls down her window.
Uh-oh.
And hollers at a taxi cab that's there.
Oh.
And she goes to the guy, you live here, right? He goes, yeah. It's called Brooklyn or the Brooklyn? And the guy looks at Gigi like Gigi has like 3 heads.
Yeah.
Not 2, but like 3.
He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, it's Brooklyn.
He's like, I've been driving a taxi for 22 years. And I never heard no shit like this.
Gigi goes, see, I told you guys. And we're like, yeah, no, he said the Brooklyn. Yeah, we heard him. But the best one is we pull up by a McDonald's, and there's this couple that's arguing.
Uh-oh.
So Gigi goes, excuse me, by the way, girl, you look good, or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Gigi, like a leopard dress on.
Gigi completely diffuses the argument they're having. And she goes, I got a question for y'all.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it called Brooklyn or the Brooklyn? And again, they look like Gigi, like she is from out of this planet. But because Gigi has already complimented the girl, the whole Brooklyn attitude has been diffused.
She's already invested now.
Right. So they go, they're like, it's Brooklyn. So when DG turns around and goes, see, I told you. He goes, yeah, no, we heard them. They said the Brooklyn.
Yo, we went up to another car with a bunch of dudes, and they're like, "The fuck you mean the Brooklyn?" That's what it's. I scream at the dude. That's what it's pronounced, the Brooklyn. He goes, "It ain't fucking the Brooklyn." Yo, we was about to get into a fight. Fucking Brooklyn, and I'm like, "Yo, fuck that, man. I'm ready to kick your ass because it's called the Brooklyn."
But since that day, we refer to it as the Brooklyn.
Yeah, it wants to be the Bronx so much that we call it the Brooklyn. It's just the is silent. It's like K and knife.
Bro,
or joy in work.
Now, the way to that indie show, I laughed so hard that I had a headache.
Yeah,
I think that's a T-shirt.
Yeah, we gotta print that. And then when we was going to after we picked the braid one time, and we was going to Show's house for the barbecue, and then when we did that the late night thing,
yeah,
dude. We laughed so much and so hard that ride, like instead of like having the camera on thing, but like we should have outfitted the whole rental car
right
with like mini cameras,
right,
bro. It was literally the best fucking like mini road trip I've had. Literally, we laughed so hard, we all had headaches.
Yeah,
everyone was so fucked up that kryllzzz is in the back dying because he's hot. I open up Lay's window. The way
Gigi's hung over from the night before.
Yeah, the way the car's situated, we're in a minivan, so it's me and Hutch in the front, Ray and Lay in the middle section, and Gigi
and kryllzzz in the back.
kryllzzz and Kenny in the back.
No,
So
Kenny wasn't with us. It was just us six.
No, there was 3 people.
Nah, Kenny wasn't with us. He was supposed to be, but he didn't.
All right, well, so Gigi and kryllzzz in the back.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, the minivan has these little vents all the way in the back that really didn't do much.
Yeah, so I'm over here. I'm like, I'm thinking that kryllzzz is on my side of the car. So I open up Lay's window. All I hear is, "Oh shit! Why are you opening up the door? The door's opening. And I'm like, what? And then I just hear Lay go, "Why'd you open up my window? Why couldn't you open up Ray's window?"
kryllzzz is on my side, the right side.
Yeah.
He
lays behind me.
He lunges from the right side of the minivan all the way to the left, like literally knocking Gigi out the fucking way to get air.
Oh Lord!
And me and Ray are fucking laughing,
bro. I was dying because Gigi could have sworn that the door was being opened, but then Kryll is climbing on top of her to get air. Lay is just like, what the fuck? Meanwhile, I'm just like, why didn't he open my window?
And then I'm sitting there going, then why the fuck ain't one of y'all open up the window for this man if he's so fucking hot? I gotta do everything in this motherfucker. I don't know where he's sitting.
Yo, somebody do something.
kryllzzz for some reason decided to wear a flannel long sleeve.
He was not ready for this weather.
No.
The funniest thing is because we're not involved, because none of this is affecting us. We're dying laughing. Like me and Hutch just like, what the fuck is going on?
You won't get no sympathy from me.
Word.
You'll find it in the dictionary between shit and syphilis.
Ray, what movie is that from, Ray?
Oh fuck that! God damn it, DJ, don't send me.
You see what we talking about, DJ? Do you see what we talking about? Do you not know that is from Major Pain?
Oh god!
I will put my knee so far up your ass. I mean, I will put my foot so far up your ass. The water from my knee will quench your thirst.
You eyeballing me, boy.
1, don't you look dumb. 2, look at you.
You said you was gonna kick me in the face. What you calling me a liar?
Yo, my favorite shit is someone in the closet. Bow, 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 bow. If there is, you sure ain't happy.
Bro, that's one of my that movie is comedy gold.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't even realize that shit.
No,
really
bro.
don't.
That's,
Now, mind you,
that is a homework assignment for anybody listening to this. You need to watch Major Pain.
Yo,
me and Le and the other boy Ron.
Yeah.
My oldest nephew who lives with me currently, right?
Yep.
He was like 14 or something. He was visiting us, and up until that point, he had not experienced movies at all, because unfortunately my sister would only let him watch like Tyler Perry movies.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
So he never experienced Stallone's Judge Dredd, which it's a bad movie, but for me we enjoy it for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Sorry, my apologies.
You know, I don't know about bad movies.
Bro, so we let him watch. We let him watch Major Pain, and he's like this. He goes, he has a tear in his eye. He's like, "You guys, I can't believe I've never seen this movie."
That was
I can't believe I don't have my Jameson.
You should have called Dyfus right after that.
Yo, and the fact
I can't believe
that
it's not butter. I'm sorry.
The fact that he had the balls to have Hillary in that movie with him, shit, that's what made it even better. Hillary was fucking crushing mine.
Bro, his version of the little engine that could though.
Fucking hilarious.
Bro, that shit.
So I ran track in high school, and this is about when this movie was out, and so my dad, he would be in the crowd, and so every time I looked over at him, he'd go like this. Meaning you better toot that horn, like so. You better toot that horn, boy. That's basically so. So I'm trying not to laugh at them.
Wait, so you're running probably full speed and you're trying not to laugh?
No, this was the start of the race. This is before the starter
race. Oh, damn.
I'm trying to get into the starter blocks. I look over to just to see my dad in the crowd, and he goes, I'm like, this man is.
That's fucking awesome. That is fucking awesome. By the way, that's one of my favorite lines to repeat. If you want sympathy, look at the dictionary between syphilis.
Somebody's got to promo that at the show, Ray.
Well, he won't even let them throw the baby, so I doubt Ray's gonna.
How has nobody ever used that? Is fucking astounding to me.
Sorry, so if I ever do a battle royal, we're gonna call it the throw the baby battle royal.
No, you're doing a dance. They're having a dance, DJ, at the show.
God.
Nice. 4 people are gonna be in the ring dancing.
Oh no, unfortunately,
but he can't throw the bit. Three people are gonna be dancing.
Now unfortunately, it's gonna be a 3-way. We'll be making that now.
Oh, so now they're gonna have sex in the show.
Wait, whoa! Wait a minute. Time out.
Right? How'd you get a license for that?
I just got back. I just put my headphone on. The speaker wasn't on. I don't know what's going on.
We're talking about Ray's show.
Movie reference from one moment. I'm just being a wholesome woman here. Okay, taking care of her child. I'm being a wholesome woman here, taking care of her child. Okay, and being mom. And that's a great poster.
That is a
great fucking poster. And then I come back to
that is not the 3-way I was trying to talk about.
There is that type of 3-way on your show. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Raymond, my child is still up and she doesn't have her headphones on, okay? It's hot.
3-way jam.
Oh my God!
Hey, why you always gotta rule things? Ray trying to corrupt the youth of the youth.
I don't have my Jameson.
The youth of America. Just
what is going on?
Match the triple threat now. Is that better?
Oh my God!
By the way, Ray, got a question for you.
What is a youth?
Yeah.
2 youths.
The 2 youths.
Are you gonna have that on the T-shirt?
So I've been asked by multiple people if that's going to happen. I'm trying to see the logistics of being able to get it mass produced. If it's possible, there will be shirts available on July 19th. If not, after July 19th, the shirts will be. We're going to try to see if we can get the shirts made. I'm just trying to get.
But at least you're gonna have like a merch table. Like at least you're gonna have like that folder, that poster mass produced that you can So.
Yeah. The poster will be mass produced. I'm gonna try to get some other items with either that logo or the Respect, just in general logo on there. There will be merch available. I'm just trying to see if we get the shirt mass produced by then. But if not, a shirt will be produced eventually. So if you went to the event, hey, you'll be able to get a "I was there" shirt afterward.
Now the way that you're saying mass produced, the only thing I can think about is these tariffs in China.
No, the way I'm saying mass produced is just to see if I can get enough, and it makes sense to do an order for.
This is gonna be done at the...
We know how you feel about the kangaroos, Ray. So you over here talking about mass production.
Okay. So, but all jokes aside, you were talking about the fatal four-way dance is now, unfortunately,
it is going to be unfortunately be made into a three-way dance or a triple threat match, however you want to call it.
Stop calling it a three-way.
Wait. Hold on. All jokes aside, really quickly. All jokes aside.
Horizontal mambo.
Best wishes, and get well soon, Mike Law, the colossal Mike Law.
Yeah.
I was there to actually see this happen, and shit, you guys, like it looked as bad as it is that he's showing you guys.
Damn.
It is. It's.
The law.
It was his tibia.
His tibia, unfortunately.
His latissimus dorsi.
Unfortunately, he will be out for a foreseeable future.
For at least a solid year.
Now, is it as bad as the injury that Zoe Stark sustained on Raw?
It's his bone that snapped.
This is a full
It's a bone.
Yeah, so it's gonna be again. It's
like he was doing a moonsault, which is something that he does all the time. But unfortunately, he had hit the steel rail coming down.
Oh,
yeah. So that way you guys know a little bit content behind of how this happened.
Yeah.
And this happened on Saturday during Battle Club's event, Reign of the Villain Part 2.
Yeah.
So kudos to Mike Law, because he cut one hell of a promo too. And, just dissing the Bronx. And this is why they don't like coming to the Bronx, because things like this happen. Chris Kaluta said that personally. We'll talk about that later.
Is that why they stay in Brooklyn?
But I digress, and I'm not going to acknowledge
she's
that.
not gonna even go there.
No, I'm not. Fuck you.
But no, in all seriousness,
get well, Mike Law.
Come on, Law.
You are going.
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
He
Come
already
on back,
had the
Law.
surgery to get the plate there.
Damn, is that bad?
And
He
it's
has
so
to put a
crazy.
plate?
Small world. So my child's father actually works with Mike Law's fiance.
Wow.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's very funny because he had hit me up as we were exchanging the child. And he had asked me about it, and then he was the one that actually told me that day that's when they just did the operation to get the plate in. Start getting the plate and screws. So yeah, big fucking shit.
Yeah.
So again, get well soon, Colossal
Yeah,
One.
Mike. Yeah.
Yep. If you guys,
Those fellow skyscraper partner and tag team.
yeah,
David
Right,
actually has a
exactly.
good
And if
question.
you want to help and support, there is a GoFundMe for Mike Law to help him pay all his, well, not all, but some of his medical bills, just helping him out. 24 years into the business, and this is his first injury. I mean,
Oh, god damn.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a situation of just this is a very career changing injury just
Yep.
because of the extent of it. So it's one of those where, especially 24 years into the business, it puts that question in: can this be the end of the chapter for him? So definitely, if you're able to, link for that will also be on all of our socials. At least I believe we've all shared it at least once on there. So definitely check it out if you're able to at least share it as well, because it's one of the good ones. Like Mike Law, like all sincerity, not just because of we've had him on here and just all that. I've known Mike around 8-9 years now. Has never changed up. One of the most genuine people in this business, both him and his brother. Shout out to Uncle Steve, Steve Dumeng. Both of those guys truly. There's not many like genuinely good people in this business. So for them, like this situation sucks because last thing you want to see in this business is someone go down on injury like that, especially when he's been killing it. I have a lot of
24 years, and this is dang.
Yeah, and Hutch and DJ, like Ray doesn't want to admit this, but he had plans because me and Mike Law are the Skyscrapers. We're a tag team.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Tallest tag
Look
team
at
in the
that.
industry, and we were gonna win the Respect tag team titles,
See?
but now all that's fucked up because they
So-
did that on purpose. I
so
believe
cough
they
up
took
a
out
buck
Mike
or
Law on
two, you
purpose
cheap
because they knew that we
bastards.
were gonna be tag team champions, and we weren't gonna be beat. But the good news for Mike Law is the unforeseeable future will turn into the foreseeable past, and when that happens, he'll be through this problem, and we'll be back to being undefeated tag team champion.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm like a poet in this
All
motherfucker.
right, but I want to get to so Damien had a very good question.
What's up?
R-Truth.
Yeah.
TNA
Yo,
Hall of Fame or WWE Hall of Fame first?
Real
Damn.
quick, have you guys seen Hollywood Squares?
I mean,
Yeah,
I've
of
seen
course.
them, but not
You
recently.
remember homeboy Pamela Anderson's tits?
Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey.
Gilbert Godfrey. When you said Damien had a question, that was the only question that came to my head. Pamela Anderson's tits.
Wow.
But
Oh man, shout out Gilbert Godfrey, man. All I can think about is him is fucking the tickets in Beverly Hills.
Now,
Oh my
the
God.
fact
He's
that I
coming to the
got
phone,
that,
Ray.
the fact that I got that from him just saying Pam Anderson's tits, I bleed.
word. Ray, what did he yell into the phone, Ray? One word.
It was bitch, no?
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
I guess, see, Ray's never gonna forget a bitch.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
I'm never denying these claims, all right. But
I mean,
Truth definitely has to go into both, though.
Yeah.
Which one will happen first? Probably.
Now, are you allowed to be into both? Because
Kurt Angle's in both.
is he?
Yeah.
I don't
Kurt
know.
Angle.
I just feel like WWE has been real petty. Has a history of being real petty. So
No, I don't see them being that petty though. I see that if TNA wants to punch the ticket, and have him first, they'll go for it. But the one that, in all honesty, it doesn't matter which Hall of Fame he's in first. The fact that he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
No, yeah,
It's
but
just
I
a matter of
definitely-
when.
I definitely see him being in both of these just because of the extent of what he's done in both companies. When we talk,
he was the first official black champion in TNA.
Yeah.
does he get into the cauliflower club?
I was
Cauliflower
gonna say, I feel like he might already be.
Okay.
Like that. I'm not too sure on that, but I feel like he might already be. So that is like when we talk about Hall of Fames, that is one that's like recognized truly legitimately in the professional wrestling industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that one is one of those where it's not like how WWE has celebrity wings and all. Like, no, this is your merit is a lot more based off what you've actually done in the business than just
Nice.
Yeah.
Like
Like
Rey
now you-
Mysterio just went in last year. Like
now you had half of a world title for a couple weeks and then you get in.
Yeah.
This is,
Well,
this is real.
listen, to be honest, like to be fair, she is married to the Undertaker.
Come on, man.
Wow.
It was the low hanging fruit. I had to get it.
Yeah.
I had to get it.
McCool should have been in.
Pluck it, Toe.
I mean,
Pluck that.
I'm just
What you
saying,
say,
like,
Ray? What you say, Ray?
Lay Cool should have been in.
No, Ray. What you said?
I'm like, Michelle McCool should have still been in the Hall of Fame eventually. I don't know about right now.
By
Look,
herself.
I'm gonna be truthful. Her claim to fame is being the first ever co-champion with Layla.
That's right.
They should have been put together
That's right.
in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Sorry.
Her being in there by herself is a disgrace and diabolical.
It is.
Okay. That's like we just put Robert Gibson into the Hall of Fame by himself.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Right? No, yeah, but I mean the Rock and Roll Express. I mean, come on now.
Yeah. So yeah. Holla if you hear me. So,
Bro, when I saw that, me and Lev were talking. I'm like, yo, man, how is she getting into the Hall of Fame and not Layla? That's like fucking ridiculous.
no, it is.
She had a feud with Mickey James, and that revolutionized the sport.
Go to your room. Go to your room.
Tell just
I'm in my room.
I gotta give you credit just the way you were able to say that with a straight face. That was some fucking talent right there.
Yeah, in my high school, my teacher, I did the same shit to my teacher, and my teacher was like, "That's scary. If you can fucking tell me that shit with a straight face on." And I looked at her, I said, "Maybe I meant it."
I swear to God, you said I got an A on that test. You didn't mark it in your book.
Yeah.
Like, Damien also makes. I know that JR was diagnosed with, I guess, cancer.
Yeah.
It came back or something.
And they took the majority of it out, and then
he went into remission.
Did he?
What I'm saying, like when did they? So he already had the surgery.
Yeah.
Oh wow. But he's also saying, "Fuck Ric Flair." What did Rick do now?
Oh, Rick has been on one.
Like Rick.
Saying, yeah. Go ahead, G.
Ric Flair's like, "Oh, look at Jim Ross, always looking for attention." Basically.
Really?
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Ric and then Flair the next tweet is like,
they removed. So he's in recovery.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
But that's a shitty move by fucking Flair.
And he kept going. Like, so the next tweets are just like he's basically in character, like he was in NWA, like calling us all poor and how he makes, I make this much money, and I'm like, God, what's wrong with Rick?
Does he realize? Does he realize he's like a 90-year-old man now?
I was gonna say Ric Flair just hit 1,000 and something.
Right.
His brain ain't working as he probably just figured out Twitter. You can speak on it.
Can we check on him? Make sure he doesn't have any CTE.
You can only check for
he
that.
Probably got CTE, BT, and all the other EGs.
My guy, like, I'm trying to find it because he deleted it.
Did he?
Yes, since Jim Ross will always be Jim Ross, seeking attention. Focus on your recovery, Jim. And he deleted it, and after receiving pretty much a whole bunch of backlash from everybody.
Yeah. So,
if you can't take a joke from a 76-year-old man, then you're living life too seriously. It was all harmless, lighthearted fun, just trying to make people laugh and smile.
I mean, listen, that
Maybe
warms
that's
my
Ric
soul.
Flair's way of joking with Jim Ross. And we don't know that connection, but it did sound very dickish of him.
Man,
very.
You do like the Sheik, where he would come on and say, "Fuck the cancer," and then everybody knows what you mean, and that's how you. And everybody laughs, and then that's how you do it.
Fuck cancer and fuck Hulk Hogan, dude. You fuck Hulk Hogan. But so Jim Ross had skin cancer, but then he was diagnosed with colon cancer. But it was a successful surgery to remove it. So right now he's in the recovery.
It's a good thing you caught that.
Listen, I was letting him fight it as much as he could. I was letting him.
It was a sexual cancer. Yeah.
If we didn't say anything about it, we wouldn't have to be revisiting this moment. I'm just saying.
Word. I mean, I'm hanging around with Ray too much.
Man.
Mark.
All right, let's get to the nitty and the gritty. What we was actually gonna come here for.
Okay.
Somebody put Roxanne's fucking address on Twitter and put down the countdown on when she gonna die.
Oh my God! I just peeped that right before I got on.
Get the fuck out of here! Really?
Yeah. Really? So they said the name of the Twitter account was when is Roxanne gonna die or some shit like that.
Yep.
And then there was a countdown to June 6th, and they apparently put her address on Twitter.
That's some wild shit, bro.
Yeah.
Telling y'all, man, these incels.
Yeah, I mean,
something needs to be done.
Bro, it's a lot of just scary shit.
Now, I'm gonna refer to what I said a couple weeks ago. This is what you wanted, Triple A.
Wait, okay. Now that we're all here, let's go into that conversation because I remember hearing it
on
the sports show.
Ray,
what?
What do you mean now that we're all here?
Because now there's more opinions on this conversation.
All right, wait. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And on that
got
note,
it.
we'll see y'all
Toe got
tomorrow.
it.
We'll see y'all tomorrow at 9 p.m. once again for the Toe in the Show range.
No, but I mean, I mentioned the type of fucking people that do this are that are possessive over their fucking people that they idolize.
Yeah.
Are these streamer viewers? Are these internet social media fucking people? Because they believe that they're one with the viewer, that they're part of that viewer's life, and that they grew up with them and all other shit, and then they get them so obsessive with the fucking wrestlers that they think that they can just follow them to the airport and do this other shit.
Yeah, but
this wasn't happening back in the day. The only time people followed someone is when they went to Sergeant Slaughter's house to kill him. That was because he was with the Sheik,
right?
Going war.
Because he turned on America.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they bought the kayfabe.
Yeah, but
no one was stalking Sable or Sonny, and if you was gonna stalk somebody, it was Sable or Sonny.
Well, it wasn't brought up, but it happened. Like, bro, this.
When they stalk Sable and Sonny.
Bro, you ever asked Sonny or Sable?
Yeah.
You gonna tell me none of these?
When I was beaten, I asked him.
And you're the reason why we have problems out here with people that I want to do that because
that can't be the reason. He asked me if I asked him. I don't know them personally.
Right, bro, but I'm saying like this is cases of this has always unfortunately been a thing because there's always gonna be creepy fucking fans. Like it's not just a situation of.
I mean, look at the shit that happened to Sonya Deville. The guy was
around the
ready
time
to
that this started when we started
her.
getting to social media. This is what I said before.
But bro, this has always been a thing.
This has always been a thing.
It's always happened, but I don't
difference is that we have social media now.
So
no. This is something.
I don't remember me and DJ ever hearing those stories about sensational Sherry being fucking stalked.
No, that's because she's crazy. She would have fucked somebody up.
Do we hear this?
No. But okay, so
I mean, do we hear this?
In all reality, it has happened.
To
but
who?
I will give you this: the amount of to call it. Not the amount, but the frequency of how it's happening is more rapid now because of social media. I will give you that.
No. So perfect, Coach. You said that. That's what I was gonna say. It is because we have social media now that we're hearing it, but it's not a situation of that it hasn't happened. Because again, wrestling has always been. That's why I said earlier what I said when I brought up Mike Law and Dumeng that. There are genuinely good people in this business, and then you have fucking everything else that comes with it at times because this has always been the thing. There's reasons why. Look at how many Dark Side of the Ring episodes are coming out now. None of those cases were out because a lot of women were afraid of talking about it because, if I complain about this, I lose my spot. And also with guys, there's a lot of guys, like, bro.
Cool. But the person who put Roxanne's address on Twitter is not a part of the WWE to make her lose her spot.
No,
the person who broke into Sonya Deville's house is not a part of the WWE to make her lose her spot. The person who stalked Asuka is not a person who works for WWE to make her lose her spot. This is what I'm talking about. The fans that are doing this to these people are part of the social media streaming era.
They're
the ones that are obsessive. You're talking about being taken advantage of from the people on top.
No. I'm also saying that this was just things that would happen, even if it was from a fan perspective.
No. I got you, Ray. Now I understand what Toe was trying to say.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't.
No.
Now there should be no misunderstanding what I was saying.
No. Now that I hear you saying, I think what Troy's saying is a lot of these people who are doing this, like now, whatever, they're doing it for the attention, the views. You know what I'm saying? You know how you have some of these streamers that would do extreme shit to go up to like celebrities, and try to catch a celebrity off of like on the night out or whatever and stuff like that, and try to like be cool with them or whatever. But they're live streaming it that way. They're like, oh yeah, look who I ran into. Like I understand what Toe is trying to make the connection with now. So yes. He's like a lot of people now because of social media, they're trying to get that instant notification that hey. So it makes it almost normalizes. That's what he's trying to say.
No, I get that. Right. I'm just saying that this isn't something
that's not new. It's not new news.
It is new because streaming hasn't boomed until the pandemic.
And when I mean not new news,
era had a
when
bunch
I mean
of...
not new news, what I mean by that is like you're asking, right? This is you asking. Well, I never heard about it. No one did until now. But it's not something new that happened in general. So, that's what I'm saying by not new news. No, it's new to us, to our ears and understanding and everything. But this has been going on for years and centuries, bro.
All right, so now tell me if you understand what I'm saying. The stuff that you brought up, Ray, with Dark Side of the Ring, had no mention of a fan invading someone's privacy, threatening their lives when it comes to stalking or sexual harassment the way that we're hearing it now. And with the case with Vince McMahon, that was quid pro quo, and it was taken advantage of, and that was sex trafficking, sexual abuse, emotional assault, and all this other horrible shit. The shit that happened with Ashley Masano with the fucking military, that was covered up. So no. I'm not done yet. Okay, that was covered up. 2020, we had a pandemic. Everyone went to streaming. Everyone went to watching YouTube. Me and DJ had a conversation about this shit on the Toe and the Show 2 weeks ago. Everyone started connecting with the people that were on streaming. They had the Red Pill came out of nowhere with the Fresh and Fit podcast. A bunch of incels went into that shit. Now everybody's hating on women. They had streamers playing video games. Everyone started playing video games because they were watching them play video games. People are paying hundreds of dollars just to send a message saying, you saved my life during the pandemic because such and such and such and such happened, and I watched you, and it made me feel better about myself. Then you had Kai Cenat, who gave away a PlayStation 5 and started a fucking riot in the middle of Manhattan multiple times. Yeah. What's the difference that I'm telling you? When streaming happened, everyone got emotionally connected to those streamers. Now you're getting those streamers to watch this product, and they're still in that mindset, and they see people that they're connecting with, whether it be Liv Morgan or Oscar or Sonya Deville or Roxanne Perez or whoever the case may be, and they're getting obsessed with these people. You also have those people that are buying and selling sneakers that are online showing that shit, and they're trying to make a profit. Well, what can I do? I'm in the wrestling now. Let me go get them to sign some shit and sign 45 different things so I can start a fucking business the same way these sneaker companies do, the sneaker dudes do. What I'm saying is, yes, it is not new that we're harassing women at all. But what I'm saying, the type of people that are doing it and what they're doing is new because of the fucking streaming, the streaming fans that they got. That's what I'm saying. Is that not clear, or do I need to make it clearer?
No, I get that. I get what fan base is now that creating. But what I was trying to argue was because, again, maybe using the dark side wasn't the best point. But the idea of that its fan base has always been there that's going to do things like that, because that's why it's always been the airport situation.
Right. I'm not arguing that this is the only fan base that did it.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is the fan base that is doing it.
Taking it to a different level.
And what he's arguing is that there's an uptick.
Yes.
I think is what Toe is trying to say. There's an uptick. Like, yes, there's always been the crazy, like, we can go to the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and there was crazy
exactly
motherfuckers that were trying to stalk the women and all this. We know this, and this is we're not taking that away. We're not saying it didn't happen, but what we are saying is that because we are in a digital age and we have so much fucking information on everybody now. Now you would have to be a damn near a detective, back in the day to go find somebody all you had to simply do was not list your address in the yellow pages and you were good.
Yeah.
Okay. But now it's hard to you got to go through hell and high water to hide yourself now.
Yeah, legit.
Okay.
Do anything. Your information is
right. So, like if I were a wrestler, I would have my LLC would buy the house, not me. Like that's how I would do that. And then but like you said, we have like a new breed. There's a new breed of sicko now. And they like, so now they have all this and then all this access. And now we've gone beyond what we used to. Like now we go beyond behind the scenes. We know who is married to who. We know where they live. We know when they're getting released. We know, like, we didn't know all this stuff. 80s and back, 90s and back. We didn't know this stuff. They were performers. They were characters for us. But now we know what. Like I almost don't want to know people's real names. Like I'm like, why do I know? So, but here we are. So now, and then like you said, then kind of like what Toe and I talked about, like, so now we also now have the incel. And from what I do for a living, I have to train people about like, for example, shooters. Okay. And knowing the signs that somebody could be a shooter. Part of that is being an incel and all of the things that they, there are signs. There's certain music that all of a sudden they'll make a video and there's like, you'll hear like some random music, but that music, I can tell you like actually means something. The reason why, and they're trying to tell you something, that they have this polka music playing in the background. Okay. That means something. Okay. Him wearing a black t-shirt with white letters, that means something. So all of that, we have these people now, like, I think some folks should, like, I have a brother that used to be a bodyguard for movie stars and athletes. And I remember him telling me, like, okay, you see how that guy has like that diamond bracelet on? He's like, for that, the cost of that bracelet, for a year, I could be that guy's bodyguard. For example, right. Okay, once you get to a certain level, I would have just your 24-hour bodyguard. It's time, like it is time. Like unfortunately we're in that kind of space where you need that now. Yep. And that's why I don't have sympathy for people that have DUIs as well. Like, no, when you are a professional athlete, no, you're an idiot. You didn't even need to drive. You could have hired.
Y'all would never understand.
That is something me and Le and our group has spoken about for years. Mm-hmm. You got millions. I know you have one boy that don't drink.
Word.
Let him be your driver.
Hey, him. That is his job. Drive you from point A to point
That's
B.
it. That's it. Again, the bodyguard can do that. Like, that's something that they do. They even know how to get you out of. They know how to emergency drive and get you out of a situation.
I remember that the NFL had such a big problem with that.
Yeah.
That they implemented it in I think maybe 15 years ago, with all incoming rookies. Like, they give you a number to call.
They have a free app right now. Yes. Each NFL player has a free app to drive you. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
No, that's why when these kids are fucking racing and doing 100 miles per hour and fucking in these Lambos or whatever, and they get caught or whatever, I have no sympathy for you. Like, I get it. You're 22 and you got millions of dollars. Now you got nothing because you were stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
To give anybody under 25 years old that much money and that much like testosterone, you are asking. It's like a mixture.
Yeah, I done stupid shit in less. So exactly. I know
that's what I'm trying to say.
That was the wrong thing to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, shit.
When we are under 25, we are so stupid. Like, it's just that's why we can't rent any. That's why I don't let you rent cars until you're over 25, because we're so stupid before 25.
Little tidbit. I know this is the wrestling thing and not the sports, but the Pacers came back and actually won the game.
Yeah. Halliburton.
Fuck that.
It's too bad that this series don't mean nothing now. The Knicks are gone.
Oh, here we go with you guys.
Hey, don't say hey. Here we go. He's The man speaks the truth.
So for what 50 years we haven't had an NBA finals is what you're trying to tell me?
That's right.
Jordan's the only one that won the finals.
That's right.
I mean, it's there. You know, it's there.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's like when the Yankees don't make it to the playoffs.
There.
Right. There's no World Series champs. No, but listen, stuff like that is why, yes, Uber and Lyft and some of these companies were created.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you're right. Like, you know, you're giving that kid, like, the NFL has such a big problem that they literally have to incorporate that stuff in their rookie class. Not only that, but they bring rookies in and they show them how not to spend all their money.
No.
Oh, they tell them about girls. They tell them about, they try to anyway. But
Hey, listen, man, you're 20, you're what, 22 with millions of dollars, and all these amazing looking women are coming to you. You're not thinking about the fucking the sit down that the NFL had with you to be like, yo, you're going to be baby trapped if you do A, B, and C, and they give them examples like what is it, Travis Henry with like his 11 kids, Antonio Cromartie with like his 13 kids.
Dude, you gotta do like my mom did. She just bust up in my room one day and was like, if you have a kid when you're young, I'm gonna fucking kill you and I'm gonna take the baby from you. I'm like, what?
Well, hot damn.
Your word. Yo, I almost, the first time I could have had sex, I was like, nah, I ain't got a condom. Nah, we can't do this. I was so scared. I was like, nah, and I need a condom.
When did this become the Tone to Show? We're having a Friday conversation. I just remember, bro. You want to know what's the most funniest thing? I'm sitting here and I'm like, isn't there a pay-per-view going on? Because I know there's a Puerto Rican weekend going on this weekend, and I'm like, my brain, I'm there.
We still got time. I'm waiting for y'all.
No, listen, no, this is the most funniest thing. Like, I'm just like, this went from, when the most funniest thing is that this went from the WWE women and talent getting stalked and fucking death notes.
So we were on wrestling.
All this shit to fucking drunk driving, and this is what they're providing. I am so happy. There's some money in the bank going on. I don't think anybody fucking cares because I don't remember. I'm going to hog. I'm going to go celebrate with the rest of the bodies up in Queens this Saturday. I'm going to be chilling. I don't know if I'm going to the parade because I don't like people like that.
Dang.
Listen, I love my people, but sometimes the parade be like, that's a lot.
I would buy.
Oh no, and I'm not even doing the festival this weekend. That's the crazy thing. It's gonna be raining on Saturday. I might just go straight to the show.
Now, I feel you on that. I don't really do the Dominican Day Parade either no more.
Nah. If I go, like, I have to find like a street that's like empty with like maybe 20 people most. I don't need that whole fucking 100 people can't barely know.
The only thing I like is going like the Saturday thing, like the pre-festival thing, because of the food.
See,
that's the thing. That's what's happening on Saturday, and all I see is rain.
Yeah, the festival
better change.
The festivals, at least, those are the ones like people that go there. I always say are the actual ones they're trying to celebrate because they love their culture. Because I'll die on this hill and fuck it, I don't care if I get heat for it. A lot of the people that go to the parades. Why are you the same motherfuckers that are never? Oh, I'm not Puerto Rican the rest of the year.
Oh,
and I'm not Dominican the rest of the year when it comes to the Dominican Day Parade and all that.
That's not okay.
No, DJ, he's not lying. He's not lying,
bro. DJ, I'm telling you, especially when it comes to New York, that a lot of the people that will go, like not the main celebrities, those are ones that, again, they're there for a reason. But a lot of the people that go to like pack it up are then gloating about that. It's like.
Yeah,
for that one day, they're flying that flag.
Yeah, it's like, wait, but then the rest of the year.
That Monday, we were like, yo, weren't you at the parade? Nah, I wasn't at the parade.
Yeah. I don't speak Spanish. No. It's like, really?
So, unfortunately, it's like that.
Yeah.
But I did want to bring up a point. Because I know you said we was going to talk about it today. Yeah. AEW 4-hour shows?
Ooh,
no, thank you.
I saw that in the chat. Yeah.
No, thank you. No.
My question yesterday.
I don't like that.
Why?
Woo. Like they can barely get a 2-hour show correct.
For that 4th hour.
Bro, babe, they can barely get a 2-hour show correct. Now you're giving us 4 hours?
You see, bruv couldn't even talk right. He even said, "You know why AEW sucks?"
so it's real. Let the hate flow within you, Will Ospreay. Join the dark side. We need more AEW hate.
Let the hate
Where's
flow
Leia?
through you.
That's one more for the
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah.
Fucking stories.
Let the AEW hate begin.
No,
The
but
wrestling
really,
is great though. The wrestling is always entertaining for me. At least I get the wrestling portion. I'm okay. But for 4 hours, 4 hours.
So we can see 86 Tope Suicidas and.
But we're gonna see like what 115 pole drivers or DDTs or whatever.
How many roll-up pins are we getting here?
I was about to say how many false finishes.
Yup.
No,
We're kicking out everybody's finisher tonight.
Who's tagging with who?
At least 3 times. At least 3 times.
Are the belts changing? Nope, didn't think so. Anything? Oh, Tony Storm is out. This is entertaining.
Yeah, but that's about 15 minutes of the 4 hours.
Right.
Right.
Listen, sometimes you gotta take the good with the bad, all right?
No,
Sometimes there's gotta be the little break of that moment. You gotta take the good with the bad.
They
Oh,
can't rain
man.
all the time.
That's what they told me, but
look, listen. For an organization that struggles to put shows together, to go to a 4-hour show because of the NBA finals and stuff like that.
No, cut your losses. Go back to YouTube. Give me dark. Give me dark.
Damn.
Give me dark.
Yo, it was
Give me
hard
dark.
enough to sit through that shit at the fucking the tennis courts.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I want
that
the
was like a
commentating back
5-hour
from the
show
dark.
there. Remember that, Gigi? We fucking watching Dynamite and Rampage put together.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
5-hour show there, and it's like, oh my god, we want to go home.
Don't ring the bell no more.
Yeah, at one point the
It's
dude was like,
ongoing
stop
joke.
chopping
It's
it
the
down.
ongoing joke. Hey Tony, it's Thursday. Do you know what that means?
We
I
work
gotta go to
tomorrow.
work.
I'll lose my job with you.
I can't. Can you give me a doctor's note or something, bro?
The next match is scheduled for one fall. One fall.
And then, yo, what makes it even funnier is we're all dying, and Tony takes that hit of coke and comes out and he literally grabbed Ricky Starks from the back and said, "You say something now," and he's like,
Jesus.
"I love mama," and walks out or some shit. He's like, "What the fuck you want me to say?"
It's
I think he's toned down. Maybe.
Like, y'all go
I don't
home,
know. I haven't
kids,
seen him
man.
in shows. We haven't seen any videos crazy of him lately. So maybe he's toned down a bit. Maybe someone told him.
Or maybe he doesn't feel it no more.
No.
Yeah, remember, everything you do in excess, your body eventually gets used to it.
Word.
So now what? So now he's got to go to fentanyl.
Nah, crystal meth first.
Okay.
Or angel dust. One
Wow.
of those.
PCP.
So about this
Sherman
money in the
Hemsley.
bank. About this money in the bank.
Yeah, I got Worlds Collide and Money in Bank card open.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Yeah, no,
Worlds Collide,
like
huh?
my neighborhood is gonna be all jacked up.
Oh yeah.
Two different
Good luck,
arenas,
DJ. Godspeed. Are you going to any?
You know, did you see the prices to the mother?
It was like
Okay,
$6,000.
so are you go? Okay, how about this?
Maybe if
Are
I
you
go say
going to
Ray's
any
name at the
spots
gate or
to go watch it at least.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Cosm, but to watch Money in the Bank. But woo!
Is it in the double digits or triple digits to watch it in Cosm?
No, it's in the double digits.
All right. Because WrestleMania was in the triple digits.
Yes,
and that
it
was
was,
like,
and
nah.
that's why I didn't go.
I hear that.
They went $300 to go watch it on the screen.
It's all right, DJ. For
It's a
World
cool
Collide,
screen,
just say my
but it's a
name at the
screen.
door.
Word. It's still a screen at the end of the day.
It's all right, DJ.
Damien, you got to understand, Damien. Michael Cole lost the bet to Pat McAfee.
Yo, but listen, I didn't know that until the end of the show. So the whole fucking Monday Night
Yeah,
Raw,
I remember.
fuck
Yeah,
Michael Cole.
you was getting at Michael Cole.
Yeah, fuck Michael Cole. Wear that shit on my
No, that
goddamn
shit
Yo,
was
he
face.
didn't
funny.
turn on.
Yo.
That was
The fact
yeah.
that he was like, "You look like an asshole," literally cut right before they just like, "Oh shit!" The whole fucking stadium heard it. It was great. The arena heard it, and they
That's
all
hilarious.
laughed. And it was like, "Yes, I do look like an asshole."
Yeah.
But so what? We got Money in the Bank and World Collide this
So
weekend.
what is
That's
going
it.
on with Worlds Collide? I don't even know what that was.
That's in the morning, right? And then they have the,
It's at 3 p.m.
and then in the evening. Because
Yep.
some people I know people that bought the combo ticket. Like, so you go to Worlds Collide and walk down the street to the Intuit Dome and go to Money in the Bank.
There you go.
There you
So
go.
6 hours of wrestling for them folks.
Yeah, and 2 different languages.
That's true.
Remember, Triple H is allowed to buy things, but lingual ain't one of them.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what he said. Never let that
Yeah,
shit down.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can be able to do like 6 hours of wrestling like that.
6
Okay.
hours. Well,
So
you get a
the
break.
best
Like, you
part
get to walk
about
down the
this-
street, you get a break,
No
Yeah.
break.
you get a cleanser.
Well,
I
you
can
know?
do it.
The best part about this is it's 6 hours, but it's Lucha Libre
Right.
and WWE.
Right. So you got
It's
two
not
different.
WWE
And
straight
then you
shit.
get to take a break while you're walking.
Yeah.
While you're walking,
Yeah.
you know,
You take a little breaky break.
man, the
Yeah, and
parking.
if you want a
man,
longer break, take a car.
man,
that
the parking
traffic-
places around here are about to make some money.
Shit. Motherfuckers. That's I can't do LA with all that traffic.
I know all the
Oh,
side
man.
streets.
Yo, why do I feel like that's the same thing they say about coming over here? I'll say our fucking traffic is worse.
But y'all got
Oh my
public
God.
transportation though.
That
And
makes
we're able to
traffic
go
worse.
at least 20 miles an hour. at one point.
Places. I told somebody, yo, I wasn't happy about New York City public transportation until I went to visit my sister in Georgia, and I had to wait almost 2 hours for a fucking bus.
Mm-mm.
Bro.
Now,
That's
see?
disrespectful.
That was the day.
2 hours.
That was before the days of Uber and Lyft, Gigi.
You should have walked.
I'm about to say you probably.
I would have. I so would have. Oh my God.
Hell no. See,
I would have started. I would have
a place-
started. I would have started. Maybe catch a yellow cab. You know what? It's a little cheaper right now. It's okay. We got this. Now I would
We
have
got no
started
yellow
walking.
cabs in Georgia at that time.
Oh, in Georgia?
Everything white in Georgia.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah. No, I would not have
Yo,
started
all I'm
walking.
gonna say,
And then no streets, it's all highways.
Wow, I'm sorry. I
Jesus.
was not paying attention.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not. I used to complain
It's
about
tight, show some
New
time.
York City public transportation.
Don't you ever.
Never.
Yeah. Don't you
Never
ever.
again.
From a guy over here, I'm gonna say, don't you ever complain about that.
I mean, look, there's
Until
only
you
one
take
thing
New
I can
York
complain
president-
about. There's only one thing I
Easy.
can complain
No,
about.
it's dark out there. It's like
Yes.
super dark.
But there's only one thing I can complain about New York City public transportation. 34th Street Penn Station is fucking hell.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, DJ, that's like being out in the sun at when it's like 200 fucking degrees.
Oh, yeah.
There are so many trains coming into 34th Street that are connected or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hot box.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Mm.
Like
I
you
try my
can
best
be,
to not travel.
yeah,
there.
right. Like you can pass it on the train, but don't try to make that shit a place that you want to get on or off. Cause goddamn, yo, DJ, you can be waiting on the platform, not moving, and you're sweating
Yeah.
bullets. You are sweating bullets, and like when that train comes in, you see people fighting to get on.
I wish he was lying. Like, no, it is a fight.
People throwing Judas effects at each other.
I will say this though. I will say this.
Terrible.
I
It's
still
terrible.
miss that when I was in Ecuador because at least we have that's like structured and our buses at least stop. Getting on a bus in Ecuador where you legit had to jump off while it's still moving. It won't fucking stop.
Yeah, that's a DR. That's called a Jola.
I was like, I'm like, wait, why are they not stopping? Oh no, you gotta jump. I'm like,
I got a time to keep. You
It
need
depends on what part of the
to,
Bronx you're
Bro,
in.
you gotta, yo, DJ, you gotta, because I had the same. We have the same thing in DR. You gotta jump off and you gotta jump on.
on. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, and these buses, they're not these big industrial buses you're talking about. Nuh-uh. These are some miniature buses like this. Okay.
They got motor coaches.
Yes, that's basically what it is. Bro, you literally
that's
see
accurate.
people.
That is accurate.
You literally see people hanging outside.
Yep.
You
just holding on.
Yo, hanging on.
No, yo, DJ. So it used to be like that in Ecuador. Now they legit have coach buses, but still instill the same principle of you got to jump the fuck off. Yeah. So imagine you're on a fucking huge ass bus. Nope, you still got to fucking jump.
So you got to be in shape to go.
Bro, in DR, they have these cars that are basically taxis, but they're not taxis. Because you don't get on and they take you to where you want to go. They follow a route.
Yep.
Y'all got the self-driving Ubers yet?
Nah.
I wouldn't trust it.
We got those.
I would have been like,
they're like all over the place now. We have.
Nah.
Don't sleep. I think on Uber, I saw it and I'm like, no. I need a human driver. I'm sorry.
If I get that option, because I take Ubers too damn much, I'm like, nope, cancel. Nah, I need another fucking ride.
No. I'm taking that motherfucker because if we crash, I'm suing.
I'm about to say I'm getting out and doing promotion.
Joe's gonna start changing the route as he's in the car, just hoping for it to fucking crash.
Nah, I'm gonna start fucking speaking Spanish. That car gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker. I knew we got one of them. I saw American History X. I know what the fuck they be doing.
I'm selling like Shawn Michaels.
The car's gonna crash trying to take them to an ICE detention center.
I got spinal bifida.
I'm selling like Shawn Michaels if I get hit in one.
Bird, I lost my smile. It was in the car. We had the accident.
Everything.
Stop! I was actually wearing my Shawn Michaels shirt. The boyhood dream came true. Like I was definitely wearing that shirt before I sweated it out before I got here.
Like shit.
It was great.
My WWE belt's gone.
I was ready to fucking put it on. I was like,
the car thought it was a transformer. I'm autonomous.
Crazy.
Like, and it messed up my career. I had a $1 million contract to wrestle at Respect on July 19th, and now that I'm messed up. I need all of that.
I now need a backiotomy. I need a backiotomy.
I was signing the bad boy. I had the voice of an angel. He just wanted some more baby oil.
He sent me to Brooklyn to get some juniors.
Anyway,
yeah,
he's gonna bring us back in a minute.
First, man.
I'm just looking at the card. I just happen to look at the card right now.
The first match for Worlds Collide.
Yes.
Right?
Worlds Collide.
The LWO takes on Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana in a 6-man tag team match.
Yeah. Wait, is it the LW?
Yeah.
The LWO, yeah.
I was gonna say they took out, unfortunately, Joaquin Wilde because of his injury. So now Lindsay Dorado is gonna be in there.
I'm going AAA on this one.
Really? They haven't advertised that on the WWE website yet.
Oh damn! Yeah, they were supposed to switch.
Way to ruin the surprise, Ray.
Well, no, they said it on
NXT. Leave your kids around.
Listen.
Wait,
do not leave your kids around him during Santa Claus time.
This one can't be Ray's fault. It's WWE's fault. They're the ones that's fucking putting this shit out there already. Think about it. Think about the graphics we saw. We all knew Alberto Del Rio was gonna lose because of them graphics. I'm just saying.
Pero, hold on. Yeah, let me look. No, yeah. Oh no.
I'm going Team AAA on this.
Oh, it's AAA here. We're just gonna get
this.
It's
definitely Team AAA, but
look, it still says Joaquin Wilde right there.
That's crazy.
Look at that.
Oh,
this
wow.
is the WWE website.
That's crazy. No, I'm looking too, and there's no Lindsay anywhere, but they said it on.
There's no Lindsay or Dorado.
That's crazy.
No El Dorado.
Shut up,
no Lindsay Dorado.
Fuck. I know I saw
no Dorado Calderon.
Damn, man, you just letting it all out, bro. I was trying to save you, and here
Heard
you
it
go,
here first.
Just fucking fumbling.
Yeah.
Well,
so now breaking news here on
former guest.
Bumbling, tumbling. Where's that from, Ray?
No clue.
Oh my god.
Where's it from?
You got spiders on the field here?
From Baruski.
Yeah,
necessary roughness.
We about to party.
Yeah, my man Sinbad. Whatever that jive he used to do.
But also in the longest yard.
Ah, okay.
They said the same thing during the game.
Ah.
Fumbling, bumbling.
Yeah,
Fumbles.
and the Adam Sandler one, not the old school one.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
the Burt Reynolds one? Okay.
We're gonna come back, GG.
The Ryan Reynolds one.
The Burt Reynolds one.
I'm okay. I'm high.
Burt Reynolds was in both of them, Ray.
No, I know,
if you
but
remember
he
this.
was the original. He was
I'm
the
missing that.
original.
I'm just happy that I'm
old.
sitting.
He doesn't
Oh, wow. It
I'm
had a
just
long
saying
day.
them the original.
Oh, okay.
I'm chilling.
Okay.
Gigi needs that J Mill though.
All right,
No, I
LWO
finished
or
it. It's too hot. I'm like taking my time. I just had one. I'm good. The fact that I had to fucking put an ice cube in it. Y'all know I like my fucking Jameson neat. I don't even want it chill. I want it neat. I can't do that in this room right now. It's too hot.
Word.
Absolutely not. It's
What up,
disgustingly
Matt?
hot.
Awesome.
Matt,
You're-
awesome.
Yo, shout out Matt Awesome. He's gonna be a part of Respect on July 19th as well.
And he's gonna kick somebody's ass. Watch.
That's
He's in that
right.
very important tag team 4-way. Working on a little bit of an incentive for those 4 teams. So stay tuned for announcements.
Yeah.
All right. So what's match number 1? I think I'm gonna go team NuKKle.
Okay.
That's right.
Same.
I think I'm gonna do that also.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we're going Team NuKKle here with Mr. Iguana, Octagon, and who was it?
We gotta give them a win somewhere.
Eurostar.
Oh, an Aerostar.
Aerostar.
Aerostar, baby.
I like Aerostar.
I might have to get that mask.
Word.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
that match is.
That's actually a
I
pretty good one.
liked it
I
ever
like that
since
one.
Lucha Underground.
In fact, I might have to walk down there just to because they might have a pop-up shop or something to
Oh, they're definitely gonna have a lot of stuff.
get some mascaras.
Nice.
Word.
Next match.
Ah.
All right. Liga de Fantasma versus El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown.
I gotta go Psycho Clown.
Word. That
Yeah.
motherfucker look like he a part of the Insane Clown posse.
This is what makes this hard because it's like
No
Team
spoilers,
NuKKle can't
Loki.
win everything.
Like he's talking about the bat. Like no spoilers, bro.
Word. And no spoilers for you too, Ray. I don't care if somebody else knew in this match.
Wow. Wow, Ray.
All kinds of debuts just getting
Word. Goldberg's gonna be in this month.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Can't even save you, bro. Trying to save you.
You know how hard I was.
I gotta remind myself. I
Goldberg
can't
and
always save
Psycho
a
Clown
hoe.
finally got together.
I'm gonna go for Psycho Clown, Pagano, and fucking Hijo de Dr. Wagner. Jesus.
Do we really have to say Hijo de Dr. Wagner?
Is it not his
Can
name?
we just call him Dr. Wagner Jr.?
But it's El Hijo. But there is a Dr. Wagner Jr. That's why.
Yeah, no, it's
It's
So
a
he's the
different-
son of
No, this is the son. of the
Hijo
son.
de Dr. Wagner Jr.
Yeah, this is the grandson.
It's
This
the
is-
whole fucking name,
He's
bro.
Dr. Wagner el Tercero.
Ay, Dios mío. That's not his name.
God
So
damn
can we call him
Hispanics.
Dr. Wagner minus
Oh
one?
man, Hutch, I'm high. I'm actually reading things, bro. Don't do that to me.
God damn Hispanics.
I'm sorry.
Canta, no llores.
I'm gonna go for the Psycho Clown. I'm gonna go in Psycho Clown.
I think I'm gonna go Triple
Hey,
A.
Dago,
this
that's
one, too.
Phantasma. Please,
Yeah.
these niggas been
Triple.
taking fucking L's forever. They did. That was the saddest fucking group that
Oh.
they
Yeah.
was so good too. They was so hot at NXT. They just
Yeah.
Well,
failed
this
as
is,
soon
this
as
is
they
what
got
the
to the main roster.
WWE do. They bring people up for NXT, and most of the time they sink instead of swim.
It's fine. I'm gonna see Electra and Lopez on Saturday
Nice.
at Hog.
Oh,
I forgot what name she's going under, but yeah.
The Worlds Collide is on YouTube. It
Yep.
is not on Peacock.
Yep.
It's not on the cock. It's on
Yeah,
the tube.
They cannot handle all this Spanish on the cock. Coach.
No, they cannot.
They can't handle all this Spanish cock. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah,
Well,
they
I
can't
mean,
handle
somebody
Spanish
will get
cock.
pregnant. So they
Yeah.
figure
Oh,
it
Yeah,
out.
definitely.
no, yeah, you're damn right.
Not somebody,
During
a lot
the
of
pre-show
somebodies.
at that.
A lot of somebody's.
You know, somebody
Right.
always gotta get pregnant with the pre-cum. They're saying pre-show.
Ha
Pre-show. Wait, kick off.
Yeah,
Kick off.
yeah.
Taking
The blast
things
off
off
of the pre-cum is the,
The
most
right
potent.
way.
Hey, this ain't
Don't rub it on
Friday.
nobody's nipples. Just make sure nobody rub it on your nipples. Ray.
Saludos.
So
You know,
next,
like,
Dios mío.
Don't rub it on your nipples, Ray.
Next.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I think if
Oh,
Toe catch
man.
anybody rubbing that on their nipples, it's over. He's coming to get you.
Yeah.
But it won't be on the cock. Don't worry.
It won't.
Anywhere but the cock. You
Word.
know?
Speaking of nipples, the next match is Stephanie McCoy and Lola Vice. I shit you not, that was the next match. Battles Triple A's Dallas and Chica Tormenta.
I think I'm gonna go Team WWE in this one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Stephanie's such on a high
Stephanie
right now.
right now is hear me
Fire.
out.
She is fire.
Hear me out. Ready? Stephanie Record is kind of being built like the Hispanic Oscar at this moment.
That's a perfect
I can
analogy.
go,
right
I
there.
can go with that.
Yeah.
I can go with that.
One for Gigi.
And I feel like they're kind of doing that too with Julia. But, you know, she's taking some losses or whatever the case may be. But the way we're building up Stephanie right now.
She's going double duty.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't surprise me if this was really the opener.
Yeah.
So that she get ready and get down the street before. Hey, that means I ought to hang out outside. Okay, go ahead.
That's true. Listen, but that is true between her and Chad Gable. Chad Gable needs to go over there and support, you know, his American latte.
Word. Starbucks.
I won't be able to pick up DJ. I got to call a show on Saturday. I won't be available.
Yo, rage quick. That either means that you fuck with Jermaine Dupri or Diddy. Taking the greasy shit. Because Jermaine Dupri was a greasy motherfucker. And Diddy just like that baby oil. So I don't know what went up your ass, but if it's coming out, God bless you, bro. At least it didn't stay up there. There's other people that, you know, you would have got mad if
This is
if
why
it didn't.
this is why we have nice water.
Yeah. That's the thing about me, people. You can say all that shit in the comments. I'll take it a step further. And then another step further. And then I'll make you wonder why I'll keep walking and you change the subject. I'm still here, baby. I got baby.
Hey, so wait, we got a couple more matches, bro.
Another show.
And this is just
before it goes off the
YouTube.
rails.
This is just a YouTube show. This is just a YouTube show.
Mr. Loki. Yeah, Mr.
We
Loki.
still gotta get. Listen, bro. We still gotta get to the
YouTube.
cock.
Yeah. We gotta go from the Spanish cock to the white cock.
We're doing too much of this
All right.
foreplay. I mean, kick off. You know, you gotta
Oh,
get
my
to the cock
goodness.
first.
All right. So the next match, Ethan Page defends the NXT North American title against Devon Evans, Ray Phoenix, and Laredo Kid.
Leonardo DiCaprio. Wait,
Yes.
what?
I saw the blue eyes and I was like, oh, he ain't got blue eyes.
Oh shit.
Well, since
wait.
I think they're gonna try to, they're not gonna do anything with fucking Ray or Phoenix or fucking Penta. I think Ethan Page retains the title.
I'm
For
gonna
the
go
North
with Laredo
American
Kid.
Championship.
Yeah.
You know what? It's probably Hodge is probably right, but I'm gonna go because he's bouncy. I'm gonna say Javon Evans is winning the title this weekend.
Ooh,
I thought you was thinking
I
he's
like
black.
that. I like that.
You heard
Ray-
it, DJ. You know you heard it. I'm gonna go because he's black.
What? Because he's bouncy.
I mean, bouncy.
Just give it.
yeah.
Wow.
He's Beyonce fan? Is that what you're saying?
Do you think that Ethan Page is gonna get called up to the main roster?
I could see it.
The
I
way
could see
they're
it, Bears.
so.
I
Go ahead.
I don't think so.
You
No,
don't think you
Not
don't
the way
think
he's
Ethan
acting
Page?
now. He's acting a
Really?
little goofy. The little bit I'm seeing from him, he's acting a little goofy for the main roster. But he, you know, he can perform in the main roster. Don't get me wrong. His character now is a little goofy. Can he do it? Yeah. Can I see him being called up? Nah, I don't know.
Okay.
But
Well,
I'ma
and
go
that
with
might be
Laredo.
what they're called, like, you know, because sometimes when I think about it with somebody like Ethan Page, because we already know he's we already know he's already a professional.
Yeah.
Right.
So they might even be calling for him to be kind of goofy to put over the younger people while he's there, and then he could get called up and go right back into the character that we're used to on the main roster. So I can see it. But I got the same pick as Ray, but not just because he's black though. Like, 'cause
Jesus.
And so what? You like him because he's bounty, but you don't like kangaroos. Like what? How much sense does that make, Ray?
Explain that shit. Explain that shit.
One more for DJ.
Yo,
So
he
who-
has
who
a
you
valid
got?
point though.
Gigi,
Answer the man's question.
Who y'all got? Gigi, Hodge, who y'all got?
I already said who I got.
Okay, Gigi, who you got in this match?
I also have Javon Evans, but we need this to be answered. Why?
You don't got time right now. We
Nah, what do you mean?
Oh, we don't got
we need to
time.
circle
Bro,
back.
how
We ain't got no time. They ain't no time.
fucking
Yo,
kangaroos,
Ray, either you
man.
answer it now or you gonna answer it
Why
later.
you dodging the kangaroo question, bruh?
We're at you tomorrow at 9 p.m. and we're back in the Code Show, Radio Show. Next
I
match.
don't
You're
even
in the
know if I'm
Brooklyn
gonna
ring?
be on here. You see faces against kangaroos.
Next match, though.
You know what? Let's look at him.
It's
The
real.
next match is the last match, and it's for the Triple I Mega Championship.
Yep.
Okay.
Vikingo versus Chad Gable.
Vikingo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did that shit kind of fast, right?
Oh, wait. Are we doing Chad Gable or Grande Americano?
Grande
Chad Gable.
Americanos on WWE. He's
Yeah.
on
It's
Money in the
funny.
Bank.
Yeah, he's in Money.
Chad
Yeah.
Gable was
Yeah, the
He's
white
in-
cock.
Literally Money in the
at
Bank.
Starbucks.
And he borrowed Chad Gable's boots.
Yes, he sure
other night.
did. He sure
Yeah.
did, Barrow.
Hey, Chad Gable was a good friend and lent him his boots. That was amazing.
Wasn't that nice?
Such a nice guy. Like they fit and everything. It's crazy.
Wow.
Come on, man. They proved they don't have the same back tattoo. We saw a Grande Americano get arrested that one time when Chad Gable was getting interviewed. It's two different guys, man. It's two different guys.
Just like Humpty Hump and Shock G were just, they were two different guys.
Yeah, they were two different guys.
But if El Grande Americano, aka Starbucks, got arrested, how did he get out so quickly, Ray?
Listen.
He
Maybe he had
Ready,
a
Miller?
bomb.
Elijah
Ben
and
Affleck.
Elias are totally
white.
two different people.
Yeah, but that was proven. We ain't proved that El Grande Americano and Chad Gable are two different people.
we're gonna prove it this weekend. It's okay. We're gonna prove
Elias and
Do you think we're gonna get that proven this weekend?
Yeah.
At Money in the
Do
Bank?
Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump.
they're
so
gonna
Ray's already ruining everything for us.
Listen. Just remember, Hulk Hogan and Mr. America were two different people. Apparently,
That's right.
That's right.
The Midnight Rider and Dusty Rhodes. That was two different wrestlers.
Yep.
You're right.
Spartacus and Ric
You know
Flair
what?
were two different wrestlers.
Mankind, Mick Foley, Dude Love,
Yeah.
Cactus Jack. They're all different.
Doom
guys
1
are
and
right.
Doom 2 are two
Have
different wrestlers.
mercy.
They're not the
okay.
same.
So Money in the Bank.
Ron Simmons is not.
Oh, word. Money in the Bank.
Ron
Right.
Simmons
Good.
is not the same as Doom 1. I mean, come on.
Word.
Nah. Or Farouk. Like that's who.
Yep.
Word.
Yeah.
Remember the Black Scorpion, and Ric Flair, two different people.
So wait. So what do we have?
Four
Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay, we have the ladder match.
Right.
What for
Women's
men and
Intercontinental.
women? What are the single matches?
The women in a continental match.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Wait, we're defending that. Say word.
yes. Yeah, and the tag team match between Juan Cena and Logan
Oh,
Paul.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. I forgot who was the IC Women's Champion, and then I
Yeah.
saw the card, and then
Yeah.
I got
Is the SmackDown Championship?
See, Matt also has a good point. Seven and Gosa is two different people.
Oh yeah, that's
Because seven's
Oh,
a
yeah.
number and gold is a color.
yeah. It's,
And Seven likes to show up at children's windows.
Yeah.
Goldust does not.
He likes to grab on men's nuts while they're in the Hollywood backlot.
and Stardust. That's one.
I was about to say Cody and
And-
Stardust, two different people.
Word. Stardust had a personality.
Ooh.
What match are we starting?
What's the first match in MIT?
Yes, let's get into
Gigi's favorite match of the night.
Oh, that made me.
Lyra Valkyrie
That
versus
sounds
Becky
great.
Lynch.
Okay, I'm saying Becky's winning the title.
Was their opening with that?
That's
the
he
first
just going
match.
by how
Oh
he
man,
is
you know
here.
what? I hope so. So they can just get it out the fucking way already.
I say she retains.
No, fuck her. I'm sorry.
Oh,
God,
you're not
why
a
feel
you're
that
not
way
a
about
fan.
both of them.
You're not a fan.
I don't know. You know what? I can do without this match. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I can do
I
without
can
it
do
too.
without this match, right? I am not. I am have not been shy about not being a fan of Lyra. I don't like Lyra. I cannot connect with her. I don't get her. I don't get her character. I don't get who she's. She's an Irish woman. Yes, these feathers, like you're flocking like a bird, and I don't know that.
Yeah.
Just
She look like she about to beat up
don't be a bird
Peter
ass
Griffin.
bitch. And that's. And I don't know. You just look funny. You don't look like you're powerful. You just look like you're just cruising, and I don't like that. I would rather
Fucking
have
Peter Griffin.
Becky have this title than Lyra, and I don't even want Becky to have the title.
Damn.
Period. It's just that Becky does have it's a character. The man character that came, saw, conquer, left. It is done, is deed.
Maybe you thinking Becky has more credibility? Is that it?
That too. That also adds on to it. Per se. But at least Becky is a better worker, promo and in-ring wise than Lyra, and at least we can figure out something to do with the IC title, her and Bailey, right? Because she attacked Bailey and now it's Bailey's turn. And I would not mind seeing Becky and Bailey go for the title because I know in the end run, in my heart, I will feel that they will give it to fucking Bailey.
Oh man, look at this nickname that we just got on in the chat here.
I have those things like big over here. Lyra still carry. Yeah, I'm just saying she's stale. It's just I don't
Dossie
get her.
Said she's the female Popeye's chicken or biscuit.
That biscuit's dry as
Dry
fuck.
as shit.
So
Her and Drew
now-
McIntyre make a baby, it's gonna be over.
Gigi,
oh God.
I'm gonna go with Becky. I want the title to change.
Una cinnamon.
Now, do you think Becky throughout the match, after the match, let's say, tags Lyra?
That's my thing.
And Bailey comes out, and that's how they start that feud for the title.
I think we wait until SmackDown or Raw, whatever fucking thing they're on. That's how much I am uninterested in this.
Wow.
I don't even know what brand they're on right now.
Yeah.
And that's terrible. That's terrible.
They're on Raw.
They're on Raw. I am whatever. I am a fan of Becky. I've always loved the man's character. I loved it when she was steampunk and just like really just watching that particular growth. Now it's become stale. Lyra, it's not helping Lyra either. Like whatever it is, it's not helping Lyra.
Okay.
Bailey would have helped out Lyra better than Becky, right?
I believe, yes, 100% agree with that.
Okay, and the fact that they did that to Bailey is just fucking trash.
Well, Damon says Bailey is leaving for AEW. Would you think they did that because they feel she's going to leave for AEW?
I don't fucking know. I just hope that we just don't leave it like that, and that's that.
I don't think.
I don't see that. Yeah,
I don't think so.
We're not done yet.
No, I
There's
think
still
it's
a lot
just
left in the tank.
Right. It's just a simple. Everybody can't wrestle every night. I think it's all it is. Like I think we sometimes way overthink it. There's only so many spots on each show. Bailey has been wrestling she's been on the like wrestling every night for a while.
If you really think about it, like you guys, Bailey has been possibly, and I'm going to put this out there, out of the 4 horsewomen, right, during this time and era. Besides Charlotte, and only Charlotte because she got injured, right?
She always
has
gets
been
injured,
just
go ahead.
consistent on the brand, just working.
Yep. Workhorse. Yep.
Charlotte less because she
Goes against
more
plastic
promo,
surgery.
less in ring per se, where Bailey would just put herself in there. Bailey needs some time.
Correct.
And even in her interview with Chris Van Vliet, like they kind of pulled it. The comeback that she's gonna get is going to be such a massive pop that it's going to make sense. Becky already we already set up the story. Yes, I attacked her. Of course I attacked her. Da, 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 da. So we already set that story. So whenever she comes back, she's coming after Becky.
No.
That way, Bailey can actually get the IC title that she, not for nothing, fucking deserves at this point. For the work that she's been putting. So, fuck Lyra. Fuck this match.
Jesus.
Fuck Becky.
Damn.
Fuck all of them. But Becky will win.
Is the ref cool? I mean,
The ref is cool.
okay.
The ref is cool. The ref
Gigi
is
came
cool.
out with fuck your
Listen,
count.
the ref is Switzerland. All right, the ref
They
is
should have never
Switzerland.
gave you this money.
But I'm with Becky. No, because I just find the story to be so boring and so over. It's not fucking interesting to me.
Wow.
It's not.
I mean, Gigi buried this match. I don't know if I want to watch it now. Like, Gigi.
Let's move on.
No,
to the
but
next match.
no, sir,
I'm not trying to be negative about it. It's just like
I
I'm going to
agree.
go get a beer
as
during this
a
match
woman.
now.
Well, you know what? Let me just say this: as a women's wrestling fan,
Uh-huh.
in all honesty, I don't get Lyra's character. I'm not really. I'm kind of getting tired of the stale gimmick that is Becky Lynch that we're dealing with right now, and it's just not interesting. I don't. It doesn't give me anything. It doesn't give me life. It gives me like, all right, I'm gonna go somewhere. And it is not that I'm trying to bury it. It's just that this is how this match makes me feel. Wrestling is about emotion. Where the fuck is my emotion in this? I don't have any. Because y'all not giving me anything. I'm more emotional about the fact that fucking R-Truth got fucking released than I am about this fucking thing. Okay? I'm more emotional at the fact that we don't get to see my tribal zaddy every single week on whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or pay-per-view or anything. And when I see it, amen, it's a blessing. We still the ones, you know? But
That's
I don't
another
need
one
this
that
match.
was wrestling.
I don't need this match. We've seen this match. The title should have changed hands the last time. We're going to see it again? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this threw me off when she came out to be her tag team partner.
Right.
Beat the other team for the titles, and then on Monday dropped them. I was like, the fuck is going on here?
They didn't need to win the tag team titles.
They didn't. And that's the shit that I'm talking about. It's like, no. And then you're trying to sell it to me now? No. You would have sold it more to me had it been Bailey.
Yeah, because they had a longer, going back and forth and
You
stuff
gave me
like that.
story there, and I'm supposed to care over here with her and Becky because what? Oh, because she
They're
lost
both
to
Irish?
Becky. No, they're both Irish. That Lyra pinned Becky to be the NXT Women's title, like all of that. Like they're trying to build. No,
They're trying to build that. Yeah.
and it's like you're forcing it, and it's not working.
Yeah, it's not there. It's time to move on.
This thing.
Here goes the man that knows. I agree with Gigi 100%. And
It's
I
not
also
that-
feel the same exact way about the main event.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Let's,
But
you
this
know what?
match-
Let's move forward. Yeah, let's move forward from this. Fuck
Who y'all got?
Word. I thought y'all
I-
picked. I'm sorry.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
I say retains.
Right.
Right?
So that there is a match with Bailey. Like that's what I'm. I guess that's
I think Becky.
Yeah, she retains. Yeah.
The way that
Becky.
they're going, I wouldn't be surprised if Bailey's let go in the next few weeks.
Don't say that.
I
That's
don't
not
want
nice.
to,
Let's
but
not
I'm
put
not.
that in
I
the
wouldn't be
universe.
surprised. I wouldn't be
Okay.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
They didn't hear you. They didn't hear you.
So next,
I got that.
All right, so what's the next match?
yeah, which Money in the Bank are we talking about?
The women's Money in the Bank.
All
Where
right.
we have Stephanie, Naomi, Rhea, Alexa, Roxanne, and Julia.
This is interesting.
I don't think Stephanie wins it because she's already having a match early in the day, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that same thing goes for Julia. I don't see her winning it either.
Oh,
I don't know. Wait,
I
feel like it's too early.
I think Alexa Bliss, just for the simple fact she's not tied into anyone, as the other women are.
You're right. Yeah, all the other women have other different storylines going on right now.
Right.
You know what? This one's definitely a long shot. I'm gonna give it to Roxanne.
Damn it, Ray.
I mean, I would have given it to Roxanne. I'm talking about the Money in the Bank. No, but listen, she should have won the Royal Rumble, but that's not.
No, but yeah, this is something where it's like there's still time to build it, even if again still very new to the main roster. Like,
but Ray, all due respect to Roxanne, after the Rumble, Roxanne's here.
Yeah,
the shit they're doing with the Judgment Day puts her here. She's no longer in that range of, winning anything that puts her in the title hunt.
Not necessarily.
But I feel like this could build her back to that. Even
yeah.
And having Judgment Day around.
Just started
the
story with Liv and her and Dominic and the donkey and
that's
Finn Balor.
what makes it sweeter if you think about it, because she becomes Miss Money in the Bank. She becomes the women's title, the champion.
Doesn't Judgment Day have a title shot in this, or is it on another night? A tag team title shot.
No, they don't have a tag team match.
No.
Could be Raw.
That's not on me. Okay.
It could be. Yeah.
So wait, but right now, let's see. I'm also trying to think. Alexa Bliss,
Naomi, Julia, Rhea, Stephanie.
Damn it! I wanted to go with Roxanne and fucking Ray chose it.
But you can still also go.
I know. I thought about that.
But she knows you both can't be wrong.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Roxanne.
There you go. See.
Yeah, no, because Stephanie, I'm really looking at Naomi. Still got this thing with Jade. We need to end it.
Yes.
Someone needs to
they
die.
Need to have a big, a.
Someone needs to die,
match.
and it needs to be Jade.
Whoa.
Damn.
Wait.
To be fair,
coming out
hear
with
me out.
Gigi tonight
she doesn't need
been...
to die. She doesn't need to die. She just needs to go through the car windshield again.
Again?
Right.
The character needs to be
exit
stage left.
Some shit like that. I'm just not particularly that. Just throwing it out there.
Just get it off the chest, Gigi. Sorry.
I feel
your muffin pad
with Naomi's new character that there needs to be one last final feud, and Naomi needs to go over. You can't tell me, sis, you caution, but then every time you're in a match with your arch nemesis, that they're gonna get the W and not you. That you're a terrible arch nemesis. It means anyone can get over you. I need Naomi to take one W from this. And that's what I'm going to say about that. And also the fact that she put in fake razor blade into ice cream cake.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Vietnam. What movie is that from?
Damn. I want to see Alexa Bliss take this. This is my thing. I'm stuck between Alexa and Roxanne. Roxanne, because with the briefcase, it adds character to the Judgment Day. Alexa Bliss, because she gets to walk around with a briefcase with Lily before we reunite her with Nikki Cross. Because right now they're having a thing. So, you know what? As much as I want to go with Roxanne for story, I'm going to go for Alexa Bliss and her new story. I'm going to go with Pretty Miss Bliss. This is how I talk myself out of these situations.
It's funny because I just said Alexa Bliss and you was like, no, it's going to be someone else.
No. I am.
She just convinced herself that she...
You know what it is? I go through all the different stories in my fucking brain. I was like, That's not gonna work out right
you gotta-
now.
She don't talk
math
herself
problem.
into your answer.
Yeah, it was a math problem I did in my head, and she had to do it on paper to get the same answer.
Yo,
I did.
we
I
gotta-
had
we
to
gotta-
show my work.
Yeah.
we gotta clip that portion.
I
though,
got
because
extra
that whole
focus.
time- That whole time, me, DJ, and Tor having a whole different situation. As Gigi's explaining her homework, we're just like,
Yeah. So Gigi didn't catch this, but
no, it's the whole time. It just
No, I'm gonna go back and watch it though.
Hutch made a movie
Gigi gonna
reference.
kick our ass.
Hutch made a movie reference, and I go, "What movie was that from, Ray?" And you're explaining. And I'm like, "What movie is it from, Ray?" Like I'm giving him my eyes, and him and DJ are just dying. And the thing is, you're not looking at the camera, so it looks like I'm doing it to fuck with you, and I'm like. And Ray's just like
he's looking into me and Ray's soul, and we're just
what movie is it from, Ray?
I was really hoping. I'm like, oh god, the only thing that's coming in my head is Good Morning Vietnam, and I don't think that's it.
No, it's not.
I know it's not it. That's I was like,
Wow. Hey, you know what's terrible?
What?
That I gave you massive amount of time for
Yeah,
you
and
to
I couldn't
figure
come up
this
with
riddle
no
out,
one.
and you couldn't figure it out.
Nope.
By the time I figured out that Alexa Bliss, that's terrible,
It was the
bro.
whole
You
movie.
could use AI at the meantime. Like you had mad time.
I could have Google searched it to cheat.
You sure could have. You fucked up in the game.
I mean, we all know that you be looking at that phone throughout the whole fucking thing, the whole night.
Not for useful information. Look at that.
So next match.
Fucking Ray.
Jesus.
All right. So I say Bliss. Toe says Bliss. DG going Bliss.
Yeah.
Ray and DJ going Roxanne.
And I'm going Rhea.
Ripley? All right.
Okay.
Damn, is there another one?
I mean,
she's already she's already in
one that
the
we
feud
could-
with, she's already like in the friendly feud with EO and now with Stephanie. So I'm like,
Yo, hearing the math homework being solved, Ray not doing Chat GPT on that shit, and then trying to pronounce these Spanish people's names. You said Rhea. I had to make sure it was Rhea. Shit.
all right. So what's
All right.
the next one?
The men's Money in the Bank. We got Solo. Fuck this nigga. Starbucks, Andrade, Pentagon, and LA Knight.
I'm gonna go with the one he didn't mention. Seth
Fuck
Rollins.
this nigga. You go with fuck this nigga.
Seth Rollins is winning this match.
Damn.
He even got the face of a cunt in this fucking.
And he's winning the match, bro. They're setting up for Seth Rollins to.
Tell me I'm wrong. Look at this fucking guy's face. Look at his fucking face. This fucking piece of shit's face.
How did you miss a Gran Americano?
I call him Starbucks.
He's going.
At
It
Starbucks.
sounds like because
He's
it
a
sounds
large-
like
he's
a
large black
Starbucks
fucking-
drink. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get an Americano Grande, thank you.
That is a drink.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
Seth is gonna win it.
All right, so you and Ray are going with fuck this nigga. All right.
I guess Show's going with Penta.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go with Penta.
So do I.
But
But
remember, they just found out he's Spanish. So that erases him and Andrade. So the only other person I
he
can
was Spanish.
Yeah. The only other person I can pick is LA Knight.
he not winning. So
Yeah.
LA Knight is not winning. So
Damn, you couldn't
Yeah.
pick Andrade. You couldn't pick the other Hispanic at
What?
least.
Well, they knew he was Spanish. I don't know why they put him in this match.
I'm about to say Charlotte Flair is not allowing this man to win
That's
a big match.
true. You know what? His opportunities back. He's better to go back to AEW at this point. Damn.
She's gonna
That's
be
terrible.
at Gorilla like he better not win.
No, but he didn't go to Triple I. He'll get the contract at Triple I. He's like,
Right.
Her nose will-
I
her
mean,
nose will slip
it's the
off
same
and she'll
shit
put it back
anyway.
on.
But whatever. I am going to go with
Charlotte
Seth
Flair has to say
Rollins.
she kissed my backside. She ain't got no ass.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's all there is a backside.
Word. What'd you say, DJ? I'm sorry.
Seth Rollins.
So 4 for fuck this nigga. All right. Wait, who'd you pick, DJ?
I think unfortunately, I don't want to pick him, but yeah, it's kind of obvious. It's
Right,
obvious.
Solo could probably do it.
Do I have a favorite?
No, imagine if Solo were to go ahead and win this Money in the Bank.
It'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it would be.
I kind of want this. I
would love somebody else to win it besides Rollins.
Same.
But I just know that right now, like Ray said, they're building something for this asshole, so they're gonna make this motherfucker win it.
I would like. I mean, my man is Penta, but damn,
yeah,
it ain't gonna happen.
I want the crazy pick. I want them to give it to fucking Chad Gable. But
whoa, stop!
I know you do.
Chad Gable and Starbucks are 2 different people, and then you're gonna call him Chad Gable. The hypocrisy in this
all night, and yesterday you've been telling me they're 2 different people, and now you're gonna say Chad Gable.
2 different people.
I'm sorry, I got confused.
Matt also went through 15 different 2 peoples that are different.
I'm sorry, we talked about 2 cards. I got confused, but El Grande Americano is gonna win the ladder. In a crazy world, he would have won the ladder match, but no, Steph is winning the whole thing. All right, time to talk about the main event.
What if Solo wins it with the help of his cousin? I love you, Solo.
Ray's gonna go through a thing.
He's gonna push him off.
It's not gonna be Jacob.
There's no I love you,
It's
Solo.
gonna be JC, Mateo. That feels
Jacob,
so weird.
Jacob is pushing him off the ladder.
Yeah, that does sound weird. Mateo. You don't even look like a Mateo. That sounds like, you're not for nothing. Mateo sounds like a Mexican name. That motherfucker ain't he Hawaiian?
He's the guy's brother from Lucha Underground.
Yep, Matanza and him.
Yeah, but I mean, Mateo, like, he looked like Blood In, Blood Out. If you gonna call him Mateo, my man need to be Blood In, Blood Out. And that's the name of the movie, Ray. So I'm not even gonna ask you what movie that's from.
I know that's the name of. I've seen the movie.
No. You don't have no credibility here. Stop that.
Word.
Stop that.
Mateo.
No. You can't be like, yes, I know that, because when he starts asking, then you be like,
yeah.
You be buffering.
You gotta have
like that, like that face. Whoa, like that face I just made right there. You just did it too.
Yesterday
Crazy.
face.
You be buffering.
But that movie though.
Listen,
come on.
You're right. No, you come on. I already said from the jump that I'm terrible. The fact that I pick up some movies here and there,
but it's
wild.
Not
all right,
it's
a Hail Mary. Okay, with me, it's a Hail Mary. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I'm not gonna fuck up Blood In, Blood Out though.
Yo, Ray. It's an old laptop anyway. I'm gonna buy you a new one. This is the old model.
Wow.
What movie is that from, Ray?
So the main event.
This is why you're not credible. Because your favorite fucking movies are Rush Hour, and that was Rush Hour 2.
Yeah.
And he doesn't like Austin Powers. That's the other.
When he broke Juntao's laptop.
With that movie, bro, you said plenty of times. You talk about Rush Hour. I know everything about Rush Hour.
Wait.
So
it
wasn't
Juntao's.
Ricky
This is why I'm drinking. Unbelievable.
Wait, I'm telling you the whole scene. It was in the fucking massage parlor when he broke Ricky Tan's laptop. God damn.
It took you them to say where it was from.
Go ahead. No. Let the boy talk. Let the boy talk. Go ahead, boy.
Like I knew the movie.
Go.
No, he didn't, because he went straight to the main event.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Let him.
How you gonna sell me a box of grease?
Let him.
I know Punk Bitch.
No Punk Bitch. I know Punk Bitch.
Camel Hump. It's Camel's Hump. This ain't gonna work, Ray.
You said this,
why isn't it
you
gonna
said
work?
It was a bomb. No, I said she was the bomb.
Ray, why isn't it gonna work? Just flash the ID. Why isn't it gonna work, Ray?
Oh, for you, Ray.
Because I'm not
5. Wait, the height. It's the fucking height. Jesus Christ.
I might have to watch Rick and Morty tonight.
Because I'm not 6'4".
Yeah, there you go.
He goes, this never worked.
Someone gave my kid that. That's the
6'3".
most funniest thing. And my daughter was like, I got this actually for you. And I was like, thanks. She was like, yeah, it looks like your tray in this podcast room. And I'm like, fuck. No. Not supposed to see that tray.
All right. The last match on the card has Jey Uso in it.
Yeah.
And the GOAT.
That's it.
In a
I
tag team
can't
match.
say. I legally can't say the rest of the fucking.
Cody Rhodes.
John
I'll say it for
Cena.
you. John
You
Cena.
mean
Logan Paul.
Stardust? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Jey Uso's partner, and they're wrestling their opponents.
Well, John Cena and Logan Paul are winning this match.
No, they're not.
John Cena.
No, they're not.
You made that
Cody
sound like
Rhodes. Cody
2K.
Rhodes and Jey Uso.
When you pick 3 creative characters with Jey Uso.
Jey Uso and his partner versus their opponents. All right, we're gonna have to start the bell, and this guy came out.
4 letters, 1 word.
Yeet. Yeah, DJ gets in there.
No, yeet.
I can't
He
do
about to-
that
he
right
about to
now.
fuck you
All right,
right
I'm
up.
not that. Right.
No, yeet.
I can't do that. I'm not gorilla mode right now. I need to be standing for shit like that. All right.
Oh, okay.
No, yeet.
I'm not gorilla. All right, we're not doing that
Word.
right now.
Word. I'm going with Yeet.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's just gonna be me that's gonna go with the other
They're
team.
gonna yeet all over their opponent.
You know why? Because John Cena is gonna have to lose one, and this is the craziest thing. It's not gonna be John Cena. The person that's gonna be taking this pin is gonna be Logan Paul.
Right.
Because out of
This is
all
for
of
the
them,
title?
he's the real
Nope,
bitch
the
out of
tag
the
team
group.
match.
Match.
Tag team match that has no meaning.
Right,
This,
because
this could have been like a Saturday night main event match. All right,
Well, this could have been the
is-
rematch with R-Truth and
we
John
got
Cena.
this for Money in the Bank for no fucking reason.
There was no time, Ray.
We had no time. It's
We had no time to make this the rematch with R-Truth and
nah, look,
John Cena.
Stop. That's so fucking sad. That's so sad.
We had no time. Literally, this contract was done.
You fucking did this to us, Ray.
Yep.
Yeah, you put
There was
it out
plenty
there.
of time when I said it, but when you said it, no time. They had to prove it right.
Said we gonna do it
Yeah.
again.
All right. So who
And
we
you were
got?
like, nah, they're not gonna run it back.
Yeah. See.
You said, nah, not gonna run it back, and look at that.
Yep, they had a
They're definitely
fire.
not running it back.
They had a fire fucking Ron killing. All right. I'm picking Team Yeet.
yeah, I think the only guy going with Team Douchebag is Ray.
Yeah.
You know what? Team Yeet with help from Ron.
Why would you go with your
Ron Simmons?
No.
with John Cena and a man who claims to live in Puerto Rico, and then he's from the island?
I'm not going with his partner. I'm just going for John Cena.
But no. But you see, they're in unison.
Then
Hence
you can
why
do
they
this
are
all
a
one.
tag
You'll be okay.
team. Tag team means, they're one and the same. So therefore, if one wins, the other one wins too. Therefore, by default, you are going with someone who is claiming that he is from the island of Puerto Rico
Ray.
during the Puerto Rican weekend that
Like I
we
said,
have of
Team
the
Douchebag.
festivities of Saturday and of Sunday, which is the second largest New York fucking parade ever, which is the Puerto Rican Day Parade. You want to go because you are so like, oh, it's John Cena. John Cena has to take these L's, but he's not the one that's going to take the L. It's going to be the one who is his tag team. Who you right now are just really, no, they're going to win. You're a disgrace to your people. Yes.
Yep.
That's
here
as
comes
bad
Boris.
as John Cena siding with Trump right now, and you're going to support this bitch ass.
Here we go with Boris now with the troll.
I'm not even saying what he's trolling. I'm trolling Ray right now.
Can
Fuck
wrestle,
that.
but Jey Uso, different story. I don't know who the fuck that.
On that note, guys,
Yeah, I got to go too.
I got to go.
Yeah, but appreciate everybody stopping by watching us. Feel Tune in this weekend to watch all the wrestling that you can. Next week we're gonna come back. Hopefully there isn't any more fucking cuts or future endeavors.
Hopefully, yeah.
Tomorrow, the Toe in the Show, where Ray says that he will be here, and if he's not gonna be here, he's gonna give everybody in the chat $50.
Hey.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace, everybody.
Peace.